In the Bronx, you got the D train that'll bring you to Yankee Stadium. Here in the Bay Area, you have BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, that will take you to a ball game. As tonight, the Kia Motors presents the Wednesday game of the week. It'll be the Yankees and the Oakland A's in Game 2 of a 3-game series at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Hi, everybody. Ken Singleton along with John Flaherty tonight. Thanks for watching Yankees baseball on Yes. As you know, the Yankees have been playing some very good baseball. They have now won 5 straight. And during that winning streak, Flash, every one of the starters has picked up a victory. Javier Vasquez picked up a win last night, his first of the year, as the Yankees won 7-3 in the opening game of this series. Well, Phil Hughes is on the mound tonight. He's the one who started the winning streak.
Yeah, Phil Hughes started this thing, and he's pitching his second ball game of the year. His first outing was very impressive against the Los Angeles Angels. He struck out 6 Angels in this ball game in 5 innings, gave up a couple of earned runs, but most importantly, he picked up win number 1 for the year. He did walk 5 in that ball game, so he's going to look to improve on those numbers tonight, pitching his second game of the year.
Let's check out our pitching matchup for this evening. Phil Hughes, you saw his numbers, 1-0 this year, 3.60. He's in there against the veteran Ben Sheets, who picked up a victory in his last start.
Ben Sheets coming back from some elbow problems, had a torn flexor tendon, missed all of last year, but you can tell from this footage he's very loose before this outing, and he had a good outing against the Baltimore Orioles, his 3rd start of the year.
Well, one bat that's been warming of late, that's Alex Rodriguez. 571 in his last 3 ball games, 4 for 7, a couple of home runs, hit a long one here last night, 4 runs batted in and 6 walks for A-Rod during the last 3 ball games. We've got baseball coming up next. A-Rod, can he continue his hot streak? Phil Hughes, can he do the job on the mound tonight? It's all coming up next right here on Yes.
Dish Network claims they have the same TV as DirecTV. Well, when it comes to customer satisfaction, America's leading independent index shows otherwise. Today, Dish Network's customers are more dissatisfied than ever, actually at an all-time low. But DirecTV's customers once again gave us the highest satisfaction rating of any satellite or cable provider. So don't be fooled by Dish Network. When you compare, DirecTV wins every time.
Time to take the show on the road. It's the 2010 GMC lineup. Now qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on the 2010 GMC Acadia for just $359 per month. See dealer for details. And meet the all-new 2010 GMC Terrain, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. We brought the auto show to the showroom, so you can take it home. See your Tri-State Buick GMC dealer.
Bedbugs can be everywhere and anywhere. They can hide in your furniture or electronics of your office or home. And we know that there are other methods to treat bedbugs, but you can't use chemicals or heat to treat electronics. Don't compound your problem by damaging your property. Bring in the experts. Call Bell Environmental and our bedbug dog Roscoe will find the problem. We use Instant Freeze, which is the only way to treat all your belongings safely. Stop playing around and call Bell Environmental.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com. By NYSERDA. Go to shiningexampleny.com to find out how you can be in one of our next TV commercials. And by Avis, the official rental car company of the New York Yankees. Well, the fans stocking up on some goodies before the ball game starts here in Oakland. We did have a rain shower during batting practice, but things have cleared up now, although it is a kind of a cloudy evening. Let's check out the Yankees starting lineup presented by Lexus. They'll be facing the right-hander, Ben Sheets. At the very top, Derek Jeter, the shortstop, is going to lead it off. Nick Johnson will be the DH. Mark Teixeira at first base. In the cleanup spot, red-hot Alex Rodriguez. Robinson Cano will be at second base. Jorge Posada will do the catching. Curtis Granderson at center. Randy Wynn getting his second start of the year will be in right field. And Brett Gardner will bat ninth, and he will be in left field.
That New York Yankee lineup going to go to work against a veteran right-hander, Ben Sheets. Coming back from injuries last year. We'll take a look at his early numbers. 3 starts, 1-0 at 2.65. Does have 10 walks in 17 innings, a little bit high for him. Take a look at our Jeep pitcher scouting report. It was a gutsy move by Billy Beane, general manager of the A's, to bring in Sheets for $10 million after missing all of last year. He will be a work in progress. The walks are up and the strikeouts are down, but you expect those numbers to improve because he has a power combination, a good fastball and a power curveball.
Let's check out the A's on defense. There was a switch in left field. Travis Buck was supposed to start this ball game, but he's out with an injury. Eric Patterson will take over in left field. Defense, of course, is brought to you by Mercedes. You got Gate Gross in center, Ryan Sweeney in right, Kuzmanov, Pennington, Rosales, and Barton in the infield with Suzuki doing the catching. Ben Sheets, a four-time All-Star, National League All-Star, will get the start for the A's tonight, and he'll face the captain, Derek Jeter. Jeter last night had an 11-game hitting streak broken. He went 0 for 5 in the Yankees' 7-3 victory. And he starts off tonight hitting at .345 with 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. It is time for baseball. And the first pitch is lined towards the gap in right center field, and it's going to be in there for a base hit. So Jeter, not wasting any time, jumps on the first pitch he sees, and the Yankees have a man on.
Well, that's what you do if you're Derek Jeter. You go for 5 last night. You come out first at bat, first pitch swinging, line drive to right field. Sheets, we talked about it. The velocity maybe not as good as it was in the past because of the arm problems, the flexor tendon in the elbow, and Derek takes advantage, drilling a base hit to right field.
Yeah, that hitting streak was broken, but Derek is now 10 for his last 21. I think he'll take that. Here's Nick Johnson. And Nick takes it right down the middle, in there for a strike. Johnson with the low batting average but the high on base percentage. 16 base on balls, leads the American League. Johnson takes high, and that evens the count at a ball and a strike. The Yankees have been playing some very good baseball of late. They've won every series that they've played in this year, all 4 of them. And if they win tonight or tomorrow, they will win this series. And that'll be the first time since 1922 that a defending world champion has won the first 5 series they participated in the next season. Pitch to Johnson. He takes inside for a ball. You have to go all the way back to 1922 when the Giants did it, and before that 1904 the Boston Red Sox. So they become the 3rd team in the last 88 years to accomplish that feat. You just got a good lead over at first, and will draw some attention.
Well, Kenny, you do with good pitching, solid defense. Obviously the great lineup that the Yankees have, but they won a game last night where they didn't have to swing the bats. The Oakland A's walked, what was it, 10 Yankee hitters last night, and they took advantage.
Johnson takes low, and the count runs to 3 balls and a strike. This might be a good count to have Jeter on the move.
Yeah, we talked a little bit with Nick Johnson how he's going to get a lot of fastballs to hitting in this spot in the lineup. You're right, Kenny. It would be nice to see Derek on the move. Nick's probably going to get a fastball to hit.
Jeter goes, and the pitch is fouled off to the left, and this will make it over the A's bullpen and back into the seats. Let's look at the game time weather conditions presented by Bigelow Tea. Just as last night, the game time temperature 54 degrees, humidity 69%, the wind at 10 miles per hour. Showers, well, it's a possibility. We had one just prior to the ball game. You can see very windy here in Oakland, California tonight. Jeter goes again. The 3-2 pitch is ball 4. And Nick Johnson, who walked a couple of times last night, walks again tonight. The Yankees have men on first and second with nobody out.
First baseman, number 25.
Now, last night, as Flash mentioned, the A's walked 10 batters, but they also struck out 10 Yankees. And it's the first time they did that in 16 years. So 2 on, nobody out to bring up Mark Teixeira. And he takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. One thing about Ben Sheets, he doesn't mess around out there. He works pretty quickly.
Well, he works fast, but he's been walking way too many batters early on in his Oakland A's career. Only 3 starts, but still trying to lock in on the strike zone.
That is ball two. 2 balls and no strikes.
You see the velocity pretty good, 94 miles an hour. We're used to seeing him with the Brewers up about, what, 95, 96. So still a little short, but I'll tell you what, 94, plenty on the fastball.
Yeah, you can get people out with 94. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And that is high, ball 3. So he's 1 pitch away from painting himself into a major corner with Alex Rodriguez on deck.
Let's see if Mark Teixeira has the green light here, 3-0. Not really locked in at the plate. Might want to take a look at a strike.
3-0 pitch, and that is poured in there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
Guarantee you here he won't be looking at a fastball if it's a strike. He's seen 4 in a row. Should have a pretty good gauge on the velocity and the movement.
3-1 pitch is drilled foul towards the Yankee bullpen. Teixeira's starting to heat up. He's got a 3-game hitting streak going. He hit that one right on the nose.
Yeah, last night his first at bat had a double hitting right-handed. He drilled down the left field line. You're right, Ken. He's starting to see some line drives now, some hard ground balls.
Let's see if the Yankees put the runners in motion again.
We've not seen the curveball yet from Ben Sheets. It's been all fastballs so far.
Here's the payoff pitch. The runners go, and it is called strike 3. The throw to third, and Jeter is doubled up. So Teixeira took it, and Jeter was a dead duck heading for third base. So now there are 2 outs as Teixeira strikes out into a double play.
If you're Joe Girardi and you send the runners, you're trusting your hitter that if it's a strike, you're going to put in play. And you can see Mark Teixeira grimaces because he knows this pitch is pretty much right down the middle. We'll take a look. Well, maybe a little more in the outside corner than I thought, but clearly a strike. And you see Mark reacts. And Derek Jeter has no chance at third.
Here's Alex Rodriguez. So the runner at second and 2 down. And A-Rod takes a pitch a little bit low for ball 1. Alex last night with his 41st career home run against the Oakland A's, and it was a bomb. Way back in the seats in left center field. Ground ball foul, and we'll take a look at that home run from last night. A 3-run shot.
Well, the lefty Craig Breslow came in to face Alex. He got in a hitter's count, and he got a fastball. And when he centers it, it's going to go a long way, no doubt about it, for Alex Rodriguez.
You know, the A's call home runs up there near the windows. They call it going windows here at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. And that one was almost off those windows in front of those suites out in left center field. Pitch to A-Rod. Breaking ball hangs a little high. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Breslow has given up in his career 2 hits to Alex Rodriguez. Both of them are home runs.
I saw Bob Guerin defended his decision to go with the lefty to face Alex Rodriguez in the 5th inning. He says you're not going to match up with righties lefties at that point in the ball game.
That is away, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Now there's a base open. Sheets could be pitching carefully to A-Rod here. As we mentioned, he's starting to heat up. Cano is on deck. There is Bob Guerin. 4th year as the manager of the Oakland A's. A-Rod swings. It's a high fly ball to center field. Drifting back is Gabe Gross. Just in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. A-Rod just missed that one. And the Yankees fail to score in the top half of the 1st inning. So the A's will be coming up to hit. No score in the game.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Make plans for the 2010 season and host your group in a Yankee Stadium suite. Suites are perfect for entertaining family, friends, and business associates. Sizes range from 12 to 74 guests, and all suites feature all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverage packages. For more information, call 646-977-8900 or visit yankees.com/suites.
Years ago, the world was faced with a challenge. And Lexus responded by building the world's first luxury hybrid. Today, Lexus has 4 hybrid models on the road, including the HS, the most fuel-efficient of all luxury vehicles. Lease the 2010 HS 250H for $339 a month for 36 months, with $3539 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
picture that, an A's fan and a Yankee fan sitting here together in, well, I wouldn't say perfect harmony, but enjoying a ball game here in Oakland. And tonight's A's starting lineup presented by Lexus. At the very top, it's going to be Cliff Pennington, the shortstop. Derek Barton will be at first base. Ryan Sweeney will be in right field. Kurt Suzuki in the cleanup spot. He'll do the catching. The DH is Eric Chavez. Kevin Kuzminoff will be at third base. Gate Gross in center. Adam Rosales will be at second base. And Eric Patterson is in left field.
The Oakland A's going to face Phil Hughes. It'll be his second start on the young season. Already picked up win number 1, and we'll take a look at his numbers. 3.60 ERA. Only threw 5 innings. Pitch count was elevated early in that ball game. Take a look at our Jeep pitcher scatter report, and it was a positive start. He got a win. He picked up 6 strikeouts in 5 innings, but he needs to pound the zone a little bit better tonight. He had 5 walks and 108 pitches in 5 innings. He had great body language last year as a relief pitcher. We'll see if he can carry that into a starter's role.
He'll be facing Cliff Pennington, who for the first time this year will be batting somewhere other than the 9th spot in the order. Rajai Davis getting the night off, and Pennington steps into the leadoff spot. First pitch. Ball 1. Was that low?
We saw early on in the top of the first with Tom Hallian, the umpire. It looks like he's going to have a tight zone tonight.
1-0 pitch is fouled off, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. And check out the umpiring crew for tonight's ball game. Tom Hallian will be behind home plate. Ron Culp will be at first. Lance Barksdale will be at second. And Mike Muchlinski takes over at third. That's actually Barksdale at third. Muchlinski must be at second base. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's just on the corner. A ball and 2 strikes. Now, last night, Ed Rapawano, who was the crew chief, was injured in the ball game. There's Muchlinski, who takes over. And we hear that he's going to be fine. He won't be back this series, but maybe the next series that this crew has to work. Swung on and missed, and Pennington is struck out. So Hughes strikes out the first man he faces, and we'll check out the rest of the Yankees defense, which wasn't tested with Pennington at the plate. Brought to you by Mercedes. Gardner in left, Granderson in center, and Randy Wynn, his first start in right field this year, only his second start of the season. Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira, the usual Yankee infield. Jorge Posada doing the catching, and Phil Hughes on the mound. Here's the first baseman, Derek Barton. And the first pitch is a fastball up and away for ball 1. Barton hitting .318, 7 runs batted in on the season. And look at his on-base percentage. Very impressive. .492. Outside ball 2. He's been on base in every game but 1. He's reached either with a base on balls or a base hit. He'll be followed by Ryan Sweeney. And this one sails high for ball 2. Ball 3, that is. 3 balls and no strikes.
Mentioned Phil Hughes walked 5 in that first outing against the Angels. He'd like to tighten that up a little bit, but Dave Island, the pitching coach, said he was not wild. He was just missing.
That's off the corner, and Barton, who has a very good batting eye, draws a base on balls, and he's aboard. Fans IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound. HD is free with IOTV, the official HD service provider of Yankees baseball on Yes. So with 1 on and 1 out, it'll bring up the right fielder, Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney had a 13-game hitting streak broken last night. And that is poured in there for a strike. Now, Sweeney led the A's in hitting last year with a .293 average. And he's got a sweet swing. Hughes pitching from the stretch for the first time tonight. Broken bat, grounded to the right side. Teixeira had to avoid the bat. Hughes covers first for the out as Barton will move down to second. It looked like Teixeira was going to make the play, but he almost got clipped by the bat. So he decided to get out of the way of the bat, and I think that was the right decision.
And it looked like the cut fastball from Phil Hughes right in on the hands of Sweeney. You see Mark Teixeira going to his right, gets out of the way of the bat head, comes flying. Robinson Cano, a nice underhand flip. And it looked like Mark would have had a play, but decided to dodge out of the way of the bat. Smart decision. Good play by Phil Hughes getting over to cover.
It appears he was trying to get the lead runner, but got out of the way, and we'll live to tell about it. Here's Kurt Suzuki. And Suzuki takes a pitch for a call strike. Suzuki, young man out of Cal State Fullerton, hit a home run here last night. I mentioned last night he hits well against the Yankees. He's got an 11-game hitting streak against the Yankees.
He hit fifth in last night's ball game. Slides to the cleanup spot tonight.
That pitch is high and away, and it's a ball and a strike.
Kenny, early on, you like what you see from Phil Hughes. I talked about body language in that G pitcher scouting report, and I thought that was the biggest thing I saw in Phil last year when he came out of the pen. He really started just challenging hitters with his fastball, very confident, and you wonder if he can take that confidence into a starter's role and ride it out the whole year.
1-1 pitch swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Posada.
There it is. He does not play any games. He's coming right at Suzuki. You see the numbers as a reliever. Impressive 1.40 ERA.
That was one of the key moves that the Yankees made last year. Joe Girardi and pitching coach Dave Island moving Phil Hughes to the bullpen. A 1-2 pitch swung on it, missed, strike three. Suzuki could not catch up with a high fastball. A couple of strikeouts for Phil Hughes here in the bottom of the first, and at the end of one, no score here in Oakland.
Change the way you feel about moving with one call to DirecTV. Then experience our award-winning customer satisfaction, including free professional installation at your new home, a free DVR or HD receiver upgrade. Plus, ask about getting 21 of the best movie channels free for 3 months. It all adds up to over $200 in additional savings. The 5-Star Movers Connection. Compliments of DirecTV.
For 500 years, Koreans have been practicing a unique heat therapy. This historical therapy was revealed by the 12 different types of saunas to release your daily fatigues and to restore yourself. Refresh your body and mind with the heat of a 500-year-old tradition. King Spa and Fitness.
Queensboro Toyota's spectacular new showroom makes it easy to drive away today. New 30-bay service department, comfortable waiting lounge. Plus, see the all-new full lineup of Toyota cars, SUVs, and vans. All new location, but the same 30 years of caring management and customer service.
Lease this Corolla, only $149 a month. Camry, $179 a month. Venza, only $229 a month. RAV4, only $179 a month. And now, 0% APR, available on most models.
Queensboro Toyota, 6210 Northern Boulevard, Woodside.
Hey fans, it's time for the Toyota Tex Bowl. Tonight's question is, which of these current or former A's has the best chance of reclaiming his old form? Text your vote to 58772. Standard text messaging rates apply. And your choices are Rich Harden, Tim Hudson, Ben Sheets, or Barry Zito. All pitchers.
Barry Zito off to a good start with the San Francisco Giants this year.
Are you trying to influence the vote?
Tim Hudson off to a nice start.
Okay, there you go.
Saw Rich Harden with the Texas Rangers. His fastball was down a little bit, Kenny.
Not throwing as hard?
That was my scouting report. Fastball down a little.
Here's Robinson Cano, who last night walked 3 times, tied his career high for base on balls in the game. The last time he had actually done that was in 2008, June 14th, against Houston. And Cano rips one through the hole and into right field for a base hit. And for Robinson Cano, that is a significant hit here in Oakland. He was 0 for his last 29 in this ballpark. And that was the longest streak without a hit for any Yankee in Yankee history in Oakland. So
got himself in a good fastball count, got a fastball down and in, and drills it to right field.
There's just certain parks where maybe you don't see the ball well, or you just don't feel comfortable.
Or the weather, you know, it's always a little chilly here at night, windy.
Here is Jorge Posada, and he takes a pitch in there for a strike. Jorge, 8th all-time. The Yankee list of home runs with 246. Just 4 short of 250. And Greg Nettles, who is 7th. There's a pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
It's the best curveball we've seen from Ben Sheets early in this ball game. A few of the early ones kind of rolled in there. This had a little 12-6. Nice bite. Good sign for him.
Check on Cano at first.
It's a tough combination, Kenny. You know, he can ride that fastball up in the zone, and then the 12-6 curveball. Tough to handle. He just maybe throws a few changeups a ball game, not many.
All-time games caught list, 1,502 for Posada. Hit hard and just foul. That had the first base umpire Ron Culpa scrambling to get out of the way. He's all right. Now you see why he's standing in foul territory there. So if the ball hits him, it's going to be a foul ball, and he knows it. And he's in good position to see the throws from first on pickoff plays. Ball in the dirt. Good stop by Kurt Suzuki. Has a ball gotten by Suzuki that we've seen in the last couple of years?
He's as good as anybody we have in the American League blocking balls in the dirt. And actually, this curveball is going to be an easy pitch to block because it goes straight down. A little 12-6. Easy to keep in front of you.
That's easy for you to say. Former catcher.
Well, you know what, the hard sliders that go side to side and down, they're tough to handle. You got to cover some ground.
Posada takes way upstairs, and the count levels off at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'll take your word for it, though. That's an easy one. Another former catcher. How about, former catchers everywhere as managers? Joe Girardi, Bob Guerin, both former Yankee catchers. Posada out in front, spoils it. The count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees seem to be primed to score in the first inning when they had 2 on and nobody out. But they strike him out, throw him out, double play, and a fly ball to center field, and they left 1 man on.
Kenny, we showed Bob Guerin and Joe Girardi, both similar catchers. You know, they didn't hit a whole lot. Did a great job working with pitchers. Caught and threw well.
That is high, and the count is full at 3-2. Look at all of these former catchers that are currently managers in the major leagues. Did you ever think about it, Flash?
Oh, I've definitely thought about it, but you know, you got to want to put the commitment into being there every day.
Runner goes, a 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. The throw to second is high, and Cano is in with a stolen base. So Cano picks up his 2nd stolen base of the year.
You don't see Jorge Posada really expand the strike zone very often. It's a high fastball. He has a little half swing and a strong throw from Suzuki. And I don't know, we'll take a look. It looks like the Yankees might have got the benefit of a call here. Bang, bang play, and Robinson Cano gets a call.
So Cano's at 2nd with 1 out to bring up Curtis Granderson. And a curveball is in there for a call strike. Now, one thing you see about the Yankees lineup, and you see it almost on a nightly basis, that you don't see in many lineups around the league. The outfielders comprise the bottom third of the order. Usually that's where you get your power from. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards the hole. Barton backhands, flips to Sheets covering, and Granderson is out number 2. On the play, Cano will move over to third base.
Batting in the 8th position.
So Granderson is out number 2, and it'll bring up Randy Wynn. Randy Wynn, who is lives in this area, Burlingame, California, which is over near the San Francisco airport. This is his 2nd start of the year. His first start in right field. Nick Swisher getting the night off. And a chance to get Wynn in there. And Sheets throws one in the dirt. Suzuki blocks that one. And it's ball one. Cano remains at third.
I saw Randy Wynn's name in the lineup. You know, he played for the San Francisco Giants. I thought maybe there was a lot of history between Ben Sheets, who pitched for the Brewers, and Randy, but only 6 at-bats. Randy is 1 for 6. It's an opportunity for Joe Girardi to get him some at-bats, try to get him going. We talked about Brett Gardner last night playing left field against a left-handed pitcher to cover a lot of ground here in Oakland. Maybe the same thing for Randy, being a good defender.
The 1-0 pitch, and he's late on a fastball, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. As we were leaving the ballpark last night, you ran into Randy's dad, and you had been a teammate of Randy Wynn's, standing with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Devil Rays, yeah. Randy, one of my great teammates. Good to see his dad last night. He's very excited that Randy's a Yankee. And gets a chance to watch his son here tonight.
2 balls and a strike on Randy Wynn, switch hitting outfielder. Little check swing roller. Sheets has it, straightens up, throws, and it's in time. Heck of a play by Ben Sheets, who was prone on the infield grass. He throws out Randy Wynn to save a run at the end of 1.5. No score here in Oakland. What a play.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Come out to Yankee Stadium in 2010 to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees in action. Don't miss Bat Day on Sunday, May 16th, when the Yankees play the Twins. The first 10,000 fans, 14 and younger, will receive a 2009 World Champions bat, courtesy of Bank of America. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
And if you go with us, it'll be a win-win.
Certainly will.
I think this could be a win-win.
Maybe. This is going to be a win-win.
Win-win. A what? A win-win! You should say win-win. Use a hyphen. You know what this is?
A win-win?
A home run.
That's my next guess.
Win-win. Win-win.
Drink?
Man, this trip was great. I mean, I'm just, pumped.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
This is for the sun chasers, the ones who are never afraid to take the winding roads and follow them into infinity. Dawn to dusk, they ride in their Jeep Wranglers, top off and free.
Now, well-qualified lessees can lease Jeep Wrangler Sport for $249 a month.
I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
No score, bottom of the second inning. Phil Hughes on the mound. And speaking of Phil Hughes, we have Kim Jones standing by, and she has news about Phil Hughes, who actually started this winning streak by the Yankees last Thursday in New York.
He did indeed, Kenny. A 5-game winning streak for the Yankees, each starter picking up a win over that time. What a difference 2 years has made for Phil Hughes, guys. 2 years ago in April, I remember opposing hitters coming up to me saying, what do the Yankees see in this guy? He's got the straightest fastball I've ever seen. Well, times have changed. He now has a changeup, which in the spring, Joe Girardi said, made the difference in Hughes becoming the 5th starter. He also has a cutter, guys, and he said in his first start this season, Angels hitters were looking fastball. He hit him with the cutter, and it was very effective.
Well, now they've got video of those pitches. They're going to wonder what was happening to them. And you're right, it's all in the maturation. You still have to remember this guy's only 23 years old.
Very young. He says he still feels young, but much more experienced than 2 years ago. That figures.
Well, speaking of experienced pitchers, A.J. Burnett, Andy Pettit, and Javier Vasquez were all bonding today.
They absolutely were. They were bonding on the steps of the Oakland Coliseum. How does that sound, guys? They were running the steps, something the pitchers do just about every day. In fact, AJ told me he ran the stadium steps 3 times last week, including the day before his start against the Rangers. Had never run the steps before the day before a start. It worked out okay. There's a camaraderie that builds. Andy telling me, you know, we probably wouldn't do it on our own, but we do it as a group.
That sounds like something out of a Rocky movie.
It does. 18 minutes of fun on these steps, guys.
But Robinson Cano, Kim, finally got a hit here in Oakland.
Yeah. He did indeed, but you know what, Kenny? Joe Girardi was raving about Cano yesterday, saw 31 pitches in 5 plate appearances, said a couple years ago he never would imagine lauding Cano for his discipline at the plate. Though times have changed in regards to Cano as well. In fact, Girardi said he is really fitting into a lineup where selectivity at the plate has become contagious.
Well, thank you very much, Kim. We will see you on the post game. Once again, a tremendous report.
Thank you, Kenny.
All right, here we go. And Kevin Kuzminoff is a batter with 1 out, nobody on. Eric Chavez had struck out, becoming the 3rd strikeout victim for Phil Hughes. That pitch is away. First 15 games of the season, Kuzminoff was in the cleanup spot. He has been dropped down to number 6 tonight. He hasn't hit well against right-handed pitching so far. 2-1 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. 2-2.
You know, traditionally, Kuzminoff has been a slow starter. He kind of picks it up, you know, once May gets going. He's a second-half hitter. When you watch him hit, he's got his hands way back, Kenny. I mean, it kind of looks like he's got a stiff beginning to his swing. You see his hands all the way back off his right shoulder.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Phil Hughes puts him away. 4 strikeouts now for Phil Hughes in an inning and 2/3.
And they've all been on the fastball. Phil Hughes is not playing around tonight. He's coming right at these Oakland A's. First time through the lineup, establishing the fastball. See the hands back for Kuzminoff. Doesn't have a lot of movement. And Phil Hughes takes advantage, blows it right by him.
So with 2 outs, nobody on, it'll bring up Gabe Gross as center fielder. Gross pinch hit last night and grounded into a double play to end the ball game. Fouls the first pitch back to the screen, strike 1.
Kenny, best case scenario, if you go over a game plan, you're Phil Hughes with Dave Island, the pitching coach, and Jorge Posada. If we can get through the lineup the first time, just throwing fastballs and really establish that, I mean, you have a lot of weapons to go through the second and third time. Dave Island has to love what he's seen so far.
Low and inside, that will leave an account of the ball and a strike. In other words, he's not showing all the ammunition.
And he's saying, here it is. You guys have to prove to me you can hit the fastball before I'm going to my curveball, my changeup possibly. You got to love what you're seeing early on here.
How about the body language? You like that?
Yeah, he's standing a little crooked out there, feeling good about himself.
Breaking ball hit on the ground. It's going to be foul where Teixeira will come up with it.
You know, I got that line from Cecil Fielder when I played with him with the Tigers. You know, he would always say, look at that guy out there in the mound, standing crooked, feeling good about himself, body language wise. And that's what you see with Phil tonight. I mean, he's obviously very confident.
You know, you're right about that in a way, because sometimes you look out there as the opposing pitcher and he's talking to himself. He doesn't seem sure. And I'm thinking, we get a couple of hits, we got this guy. He's just going to give it up. He's about ready to fold the tent. Ball and 2 strikes on Gross. 2-2. Yankee starting pitching has been excellent as Javier Vasquez fell into the winning mode last night. Got his first win. Jorge Posada says the pitchers have been making good pitches. There's a pitch foul back. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Got to be a good feeling for Javi Vasquez picking up his first win. And I think Javi would admit it wasn't a perfect ball game. I mean, he still has some things to work on. But from a confidence standpoint, you fill up that win column with your first one of the year. You look forward to your next start, which I guess will be Sunday against the Angels.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on it, missed, strike 3, and Phil Hughes strikes out the side here in the second inning. He strikes out. Eric Chavez looking. Kuzminoff swinging, and it is called a swing and a miss on Gross.
The Yankees face a tough test out west during this week's series with the A's. Yankees, A's. Complete coverage starts tomorrow at 2:30 with batting practice today.
Only on Yes.
He has adventures, and I have mine. His are on 2 wheels, but mine are on 4. It's true. Like father, like son. And with my Jeep Grand Cherokee, no matter what our adventures, we always come home in style.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Grand Cherokee.
I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
Okay, Pixels. IOTV brings people every HD game of the Knicks,
Rangers, Nets,
Islanders, Devils, Mets,
Yankees, Giants, and Jets. So, can we all agree not to play favorites?
I suppose.
I guess so. Great. Let's shake on it.
Yes!
No one delivers more New York sports in HD. IOTV brings you an extraordinary HD experience free.
Hi. You've made a great choice. The Honda Accord holds its value better than any other sedan in America. Coffee? Please. Like I was saying, the new Accord is #1 for resale value. It's a quality car. Oh, word of warning, though, I had a cup 3 days ago. Haven't slept since. Whew, I'm jacked.
For the first time ever, lease a Honda Accord for 0 down payment and 0 due at signing.
It's the...
Brett Gardner takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. Ben Sheets out to work the top of the third. Scoreless here in Oakland. It'll be Brett Gardner, Derek Jeter, and Nick Johnson. Good curveball for strike 2.
There's an example of Sheets working quickly. It appeared that to me that Gardner wasn't really set in the box and Sheets was in the windup. Here he comes again. Be ready.
Another curveball, little check swing. Third base umpire Lance Barksdale says he did not go. Looks like Ben Sheets starting to find a little rhythm in this ball game. Good numbers for Brett Gardner. 303, 4 RBIs. On base of 410. Started last night 0 for 3 in a sacrifice bunt, and he takes a curveball that just misses. Like Ben Sheets wanted this pitch.
Pitchers start begging on the mound. The other bench will start yelling out, throw another one so we can hit it.
2-2 and another curveball. Ground ball to first. Barton makes the play. Takes it himself. Three curveballs in a row from Ben Sheets and the #9 hitter Brett Gardner.
#2, Derek Jeter.
To bring up Derek Jeter on a chilly night here in Oakland. Derek led off the ball game with a base hit on the first pitch that he saw from Ben Sheets.
Derek had a very good batting practice session. Sometimes as I'm sitting here, preparing for the game, I watch batting practice, and Derek was hitting some shots into the seats. He went over the center field wall twice.
First pitch swinging again. Kuzminoff, a nice play to his left. Throws over to Barton.
Flash, I don't know about you, but I've been impressed with Kuzminoff's playing at third base. Now, when he first came up, he didn't have the reputation as a good fielder, but he's worked on his game. And he's made some nice plays, in particular throwing on the run. Now, this one's at 360, and then the throw across the diamond for the out #2. And once again, Jeter swings at the pitch early in the count.
Well, you're right. Last night, Kuzminoff made some nice plays coming in, some off-balance throws. Nick Johnson takes a fastball high. Streaky hitter. He's not a guy. He's almost like Mark Teixeira. You can't put him in that category, but he always starts off slow and then has big second halves to finish off a respectable year.
I wonder if they're coming over to the American League and maybe not knowing that. I know they get all the video and all that, but to me, that's almost like secondary. You got to get up there and hit against a pitcher to see what he's got.
Yeah, you can look at video all you want or read the scouting reports until you get a how do I pick the ball up out of his hand. And it takes some time. 3-0 to Nick Johnson, taking all the way. Ben Sheets looking to have a 1-2-3 inning here in the third. The Yankees have made him work a little bit through the first 2. Another fastball fouled off. You're right, Kenny. He works fast.
Yeah, he does. And one thing about Ben Sheets, you mentioned the fact that he doesn't throw with the velocity that he used to. I mean, he was mid-90s up, and plus his curveball was like unhittable. Since he's had the arm problems, he's come back to almost a mortal status now. You might be able to get to him, but he knows how to pitch.
Throws a 3-2 curveball that misses, and Nick Johnson has picked up 2 walks here. We're only through 3 innings.
Nick has now walked 10 times in the last 8 games.
#25, Mark.
Eventually, they got to throw you a strike, Nick.
A little surprised at that pitch selection there, Kenny. I mean, a 3-2 curveball to a guy, Nick Johnson, who won't swing at a ball and is struggling offensively. We have another hitter who's struggling a little bit, and Mark Teixeira takes a curveball for ball 1. Mark struck out his first at bat. Derek Jeter was on the move trying to steal third. He was thrown out. It was a big double play in the first inning that helped Ben Sheets out. Fastball rolled over to first base. Barton comes in and makes the play, and he'll take it to first unassisted. So Ben Sheets walks 1 in the third, but does not give up any runs.
At Kia, we're proud to have gone where no other car company has gone before. The Kia Forte offers impressive standard horsepower with fuel efficiency, class-leading space, class-leading standard advanced technology, and class-leading standard safety features. All backed by an industry-leading warranty. When you add it all up, the Kia Forte is the obvious choice over the Corolla and Civic. And right now, get 0% APR plus up to $1,500 in savings.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Come out to Yankee Stadium in 2010 to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees in action. Don't miss a Yankee Stadium tradition on Saturday, May 15th, when the Yankees play the Twins. It's Cap Day, and all fans in attendance will receive a Yankees cap courtesy of Hess. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
Feel closer to the road. In the new, more powerful, more responsive 2010 Range Rover Sport.
Let's take a look at our American Airlines upcoming schedule for the New York Yankees. Going to finish this off tomorrow in Oakland, head to LA for 3, then an off day on the 26th where the Yankees are going to go visit the White House. Then they'll have 3 games to finish up that road trip in Baltimore, and then back home Friday night the 30th against the White Sox. Long road trip for the New York Yankees. Got off to a good start last night, picking up a win in their first game. It's Phil Hughes back to work here in the bottom of the 3rd. The Yankees struck out 11 A's last night, and Hughes has 5 more strikeouts in just 2 innings tonight. We're off to an impressive start. Cutter for strike 2 to the Oakland A's second baseman Adam Rosales. He's going to get some more playing time. That Mark Ellis was put on the disabled list after last night's ball game. Another hamstring problem that he's been battling. It's a fastball hit down the right field line, and it looks like it's going to slice out of play.
Nice play by that fan with the hoodie on.
Talked about the A's putting Ellis on the DL. They recalled Landon Powell from Sacramento.
Catcher. Right?
Catcher. Being 0-2 to the A's second baseman. Another cutter that just misses. I've only seen a few cut fastballs early on in this ball game, and talking to Dave Eiland, the pitching coach, before the game, he said the cutter has been such a great weapon for Phil, but he doesn't want him to overuse it, Kenny. Kind of pick your spots, maybe in a hitter's count, 2-1, 3-1, where you throw a cutter with a little bit of movement and kind of get that pitch off the barrel of the bat.
Yeah, it's almost like a surprise pitch.
Yeah,
you know, like your secret weapon.
Maybe you're preying on a hitter's aggressiveness in a fastball count. They try to do a little too much, and the cutter moves off the barrel of the bat. It'll be a 2-2. Fastball up, and it'll be popped up to center field. Curtis Granderson looks like he had a little trouble seeing it. Randy Wynn comes over and takes over. It's first out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Granderson went back, and this might be the time of night. And it only lasts for maybe a minute or two, where fly balls or pop-ups in the air can be lost by the outfielders because the ball blends in to the sky. I mean, the ball is kind of grayish. The sky right now is grayish, and the lights haven't taken that much of an effect. And Randy Wynn's got his back. I got you.
Little miscommunication last night, also with Curtis Granderson and Robinson Cano.
Cost the Yankees a couple of runs.
Yeah. Will be the number 9 hitter Eric Patterson playing left field tonight. Travis Buck was originally in the lineup, was scratched with an oblique problem. Patterson gets a start, and he's first pitch swinging at a fastball, fouls it off. He has 8 at bats on the young season, 125 batting average.
If Eric Patterson is a familiar name, his older brother Corey played for a few years in big leagues and was recently signed by the Baltimore Orioles and sent to AAA, and maybe in the process of getting him ready to get him up to the big leagues, because Felix PA went on the DL for Baltimore and was off to a good start.
Fastball in on his hands, popped up. Derek Jeter coming in, going to make the easy play.
But PA suffered an injury that's going to have him out for at least 3 months. One of the major muscles in his back tore away from the bone. And he's going to be out for 3 months. Doesn't need surgery, but it's going to be a while before he's back.
Did he do it on a swing?
I have no idea how he did it, but I think he aggravated it by running up against a wall. And so Felix PA is going to be out for a period of time, and it's a bad move for the Orioles because he was hitting 400, one of the few guys that was hitting.
2 outs. We're back to the top of the lineup. Shortstop Cliff Pennington, who was the first strikeout victim for Phil Hughes. He has 5 already in this ball game. Fouls off a fastball.
And he aggravated the injury. He was already injured, and then he aggravated it on a swing. Speaking of PA, and right now he's out for quite a while.
A fastball for strike 2.
Well, the way Phil Hughes is going, you don't want to get 2 strikes on you.
We'll pay attention to the Oakland A's second time through the lineup, see if they're going to be a little bit more aggressive early in the count on the fastball. Look at that, 26 strikes, 14 balls. And in the ahead in the count again, 1 and 2, and it looks like it's going to be the curveball. It is. Ground ball just foul. First base umpire Ron Kolta all over it.
He's been busy down there today. There you can see Teixeira trying to scramble towards the line. That ball clearly foul. Kolta straddling the line.
Another 1-2. Phil Hughes shaking off a couple of pitches. It's a fastball up, slap the other way. I'm going to slice out of play.
Brett Gardner was actually shaded towards the line, expecting Pennington to be late on a fastball. This might be the speediest outfield combination that the Yankees have, with Gardner in left, Granderson in center, and Randy Wynn over in right field. A lot of outfield to cover here.
Another curveball pulled foul again. Pennington giving Phil Hughes a good battle here. I like what I've seen from Pennington so far in last night's ball game. Saw him make a nice play, a strong throwing arm from shortstop, switch hitter, a couple of home runs on the year, 10 RBIs, getting a chance to lead off tonight. Rajat Davis struggling. Phil has shown him the fastball, the curveball. See if he goes with a cutter, and it is a cutter, and again a foul ball.
All right, Flash, you're the catcher. What do you call?
Yeah, I was just thinking, we heard so much about the changeup in spring training and how it was an added pitch for Phil. Well, they've shown Pennington fastballs, curveballs, cutters. He's been all over everything. And go with a fastball away. And hit the other way. Brett Gardner played him perfectly. So Phil Hughes has another 1-2-3 inning. He's only walked 1 in this ball game. Has not given up a hit.
Once he carried you across the threshold. Since the stroke, he can barely carry himself. Now what? The Visiting Nurse Service of New York can help you recover at home. Our therapists can help you rebuild speech, help you regain movement, and improve motor skills, so you can get back to your daily routine. If you or someone you love needs home health care, call 1-888-VNS1-CALL or visit vnsny.org. The Visiting Nurse Service of New York. It's the right care now.
We're Big Bucks Auto. You've seen us on TV. You've heard us on the radio. We pay top dollar for thousands of vehicles, and we're still buying stronger than ever.
Don't spend your hard-earned money on costly ads that just don't work. Then have psychos coming to your home.
No more bait-and-switch trade-ins and not knowing what you're really getting for your car.
Drive in for your free cash appraisal. We'll make you an offer and give you big bucks on the spot.
Even if it's leased or financed. Call us today at Big Bucks Auto. 888-44-BUCKS.
We're back for the top of the fourth here in Oakland, California. We're scoreless through 3 innings. Yankees have a couple of hits. The Oakland A's have not gone on the board yet. Alex Rodriguez will lead off. Swings and misses at a good curveball. Alex hit a deep fly ball to center field his first at bat.
Just missed it.
He is sitting on 585 home runs. One shy of Frank Robinson for 7th on baseball all-time home runs list.
You know, think about it. Frank Robinson grew up in the Bay Area here. He's from Oakland originally. Went to the Climans High School, which has produced quite a few ball players. Vada Pinson was a great player back in the 50s and the 60s.
Here is a look at the list. One behind Frank Robinson. Got to think Alex Rodriguez will be approaching Sammy Sosa at some point. He hits a drive down the right field line, just out of the reach of Ryan Sweeney. And Alex Rodriguez is cruising into second base, and he's going to go for 3. And it looks like he will make it sliding. So a leadoff triple for Alex Rodriguez. A big smile on his face as he looks in the Yankee dugout.
That is Alex's second triple of the year. And once Ryan Sweeney, he kind of got himself in no man's land. He decided to lay out, but he didn't even get a piece of it. Didn't slow it down. And once the ball got by him, this was going to be a 3-base hit. Ball goes all the way to the wall. A-Rod sees it clear Sweeney, and now the race is on. Picking him up, laying him down, slides into third with his second triple of the year.
Bring up Robinson, Cano, and the Oakland A's are going to play the infield back. They will concede the run. Robinson up in an RBI situation. Had a single his first at bat and a stolen base. Fouls off the fastball. The Yankees looking to get on the board. Give Phil Hughes a couple of runs to work with. He's looked outstanding early on in this ballgame.
In his career, Ben Sheets has only had 1 start against the Yankees. That was in interleague play in Milwaukee back in 2005, and he beat the Yankees in that start.
Robinson in the hole, 0-2, just looking to make contact here, and he does, and it's a fair ball right over first base down into the right field corner. Alex Rodriguez will score easily, and Robinson Cano is thinking about a triple. Rosales comes up with it, a strong throw, but not in time. So back-to-back triples for the New York Yankees. And again, Robinson Cano looks in that Yankee dugout with a big smile.
Now the Yankees jump out in front, and all of a sudden they're off to the races here in the 4th inning. This was a little tougher triple because Cano comes out of the box, and he is smoking right from the start. This ball is just fair down the right field line. Hugging the line, you can see Ron Culpa raise up the right leg. Ball clears him and heads for the corner. Here's A-Rod scoring, and watch Culpa. He signals it's fair, and Ryan Sweeney, he's got to be out of breath. I mean, the Yankees putting all kinds of pressure on him here in the 4th inning.
Jorge Posada up again. Infield is back, conceding another run. Barton comes up with it, but Robinson Cano scores the second Yankee run. So good situational hitting by Jorge Posada. Low ground ball to first. Yankees lead 2-0.
Now Cano, who slugged his first triple of the year. Triples are fun. You know, you don't hit that many of them. I mean, it's not like they're Curtis Granderson who hit them all the time. You know, Granderson had 2 in the game last week.
See, I actually disagree with you. Triples are not fun. Look at how hard these guys are breathing in the dugout.
I mean, you don't hit that many of them, so when you get one, you feel like, man, I filled that column finally.
I always felt you can't lead the league in doubles if you hit triples. Curtis Granderson hits a drive down the left field line, and this one is going to slice out of play.
They always used to say the guys that had a doubles clause in their contract, so they'd always stop at second.
Check out Robinson Cano. He's got 2 cups, maybe 1 of Gatorade, 1 of water. He's out of breath. Jorge Posada was happy. A nice little ground ball. Easy RBI. The Yankees lead 2-0. Granderson takes a changeup down. Looked like the first changeup we've seen so far.
I think over a 3-year period, Granderson led the league in triples when he was with the Tigers.
Then Sheets steps off. 60 pitches here with 1 out in the 4th for Sheets. The 2-2. It's a fastball in on the hands, popped up. Kevin Kuzmanoff underneath it for the 2nd out here in the 4th inning. It's time for our New York State Smokers Quit Line quiz, and the question is, Ben Sheets was a National League starter at the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Who was the American League starter? We'll have that answer in the bottom of the 4th.
That was the game that lasted forever.
It's a long night. I was there with my kids. I did not make it the whole way. Randy Wynn takes a first pitch strike.
Any of your kids want to stay?
My kids about 6 innings and they're solid. You know, a couple of hot dogs, a soda, a cotton candy, and then it's time to go. Ben Sheets quickly ahead 0-2 on Randy Wynn.
Yeah, my kids are a little older. Why are we going now?
Randy 0 for 1 had a little check swing. Ben Sheets made a nice play. JT Snow had a great career with the San Francisco Giants, first baseman, and his son watching the ball game. Conversation with JT. I actually was at spring training with the Red Sox in 06, my last spring, and he was Kevin Long's roommate at Arizona in college. So came to say hello to the Yankees hitting instructor.
Years ago, when I was doing games in Montreal, and JT Snow was on the Giants with Chili Davis, and when both of them would homer in the same game, on the updates I would say, you know, when it's chilly, you get snow. So Chili Davis hit one, and so did JT Snow.
And he takes a changeup out of the zone. We're looking at Kevin Long there. The shot, we had a big smile on his face. I don't think he has really much to complain about early on. Yankees scoring a lot of run, working some counts. Randy Wynn swings through a curveball for strike 3, but the Yankees get on the board. Back-to-back triples. The Yankees take a 2-0 lead.
Smoking now, and in 24 hours, your chance of a heart attack drops. In 3 weeks, your lung function improves. And in 1 year, your risk of heart disease is cut in half. Call for free help. The New York State Smokers Quit Line. 1-866-NY-QUITS.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural. Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $489 a month for 36 months, with $36.89 due at signing.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
Remember when you were 5 and anything was possible? Happy 5th birthday again.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
He has adventures, and I have mine. His are on 2 wheels, but mine are on 4. It's true, like father, like son. And with my Jeep Grand Cherokee, no matter what our adventures, we always come home in style.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Grand Cherokee.
I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
We are back for the bottom of the 4th. Yankees lead 2-0. Just picked up those 2 runs in the top of the 4th. And Phil Hughes has been outstanding through 3. Pounds a first pitch fastball for a strike to Derek Barton, who walked his first plate appearance, and that is the only runner that has reached base against Phil Hughes. 5 strikeouts early. Curveball for strike 2.
That was a nasty hook.
Again, ahead in the count, 0-2. Has some choices here on what he wants to do. It goes with a fastball fouled off.
What are names for a curveball? Hook, Uncle Charlie,
Hammer,
Yellow Hammer.
You said Uncle Charlie, right?
Yeah. Lord Charles for a real good one.
The deuce, but they're going to go with number 1 here. It's a strike 3 on the outside corner. His 6th strikeout of the night, but we're going to get an update from Bob Lorenz on the Texas-Boston game.
Yeah, Flash, things starting to turn in the Red Sox favor a little bit. Last night, a game-winning hit by Darnell McDonald in the bottom of the 9th, and tonight, bottom of the 12th, Kevin Youkilis to dead center and off the wall, and that scores the game-winning hit as Marco Scutaro scores. So after losing 5 straight, Boston's now won 2 in a row. Meantime, Texas falls for the 6th straight game.
Thank you very much, Bob. Boston looking for any sort of momentum they can find. Meanwhile, the Texas Rangers scuffling a little bit. The Yankees took care of them at home. Going up to Boston, a couple of tough ball games.
I think Darnell McDonald, who got the walk-off last night, called up yesterday, got to the ballpark just before game time.
No batting practice. He's strapping on and go. Ryan Sweeney 0 for 1 with a ground out. Takes a fastball for a strike.
Phil Hughes is really spotting the fastball on that outside corner. And you're right, he's got a good enough breaking ball. Cutter occasionally. Only 52 pitches.
Good cutter there. Swing and a miss. Usually on the outer half. Posada setting up in.
Yeah, but he missed the target, but got away with it.
I was actually thinking maybe if that was a changeup because of the way it acted, but you're right, it's a little backup cutter. Be a 2-2, and it's a fastball, and it'll be a routine ground ball for Robinson Cano over to Mark Teixeira. A couple of quick outs here in the 4th. Take a look at our answer for the New York State Smokers Quit Line quiz. Again, the question: Ben Sheets was a National League starter at the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Who was the American League starter? Cliff Lee, from then of the Cleveland Indians. Still is waiting to make his first Mariner start.
I think they're shooting for the end of the month. Been out with an injury.
It's Kurt Suzuki, first pitch swinging, hits a drive to left center field. Curtis Granderson is camped underneath it. So Phil Hughes again has a 1-2-3 inning. The Yankees still lead 2-0.
Introducing the all-new Kazashi from Suzuki. Words don't do it justice, but they're giving it their best shot. Now you can lease an all-wheel drive Kazashi S for just $229 a month for 48 months.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the cavemen invent fire? Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Is Ed too tall, Jones too tall?
I've been told to desire a red Italian sports car.
I've been told beige and predictable fit my lifestyle.
We've been told hollow status symbols are the goal.
I've been told it captures my essence.
Break the spell at your local Audi dealer today.
Hi, everybody. Bob Lorenz again with your Audi update. And Roy Halladay and the Phillies continues to dominate National League opponents. Braves are tough customers, but he struck out 7 on the night. And Roy Halladay, another complete game, a 5-hit shutout. He lowers his ERA to 0.82 and improves as a Philly to 4-0.
We are back. You're looking at the Yankees dugout. The Yankees leading 2-0. How about Roy Halladay? Do you think he's enjoying the National League? Plus, he gets the hit now.
Well, everybody talked about how successful, as you see in our Kia scoreboard, the Yankees lead 2-0, but how successful he was going to be in the National League. And off to a pretty good start.
Speaking of a good start, the Yankees have had the leadoff man on 3 of 4 innings. Here's Brett Gardner. He takes a fastball down low for ball 1. So they've been putting instant pressure on Ben Sheets. Gardner grounded out to first his initial time to the plate. Takes a pitch inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, Kenny, I know the Yankees have a 2-0 lead, but I've been actually pretty impressed with Sheets. You know, his velocity is a little better than I thought it was going to be. His curveball has gotten better as the game has progressed.
One thing about him, though, in the early part of the season here, his pitch count has gotten up very rapidly. Towards the 6th inning. He's already knocking on the door of 100. There's a pitch for a strike, and it's now 3-1.
Well, obviously, the A's have gotten off to a good start, but you wonder if that changes. I mean, he's going to be a very attractive guy for some playoff contending team.
There is ball 4. 6th time he had gone to a 3-ball count, and now he walks the leadoff man and the speediest of the Yankees, Brett Gardner, here in the 5th inning.
Number 2.
So now it's 4 out of 5 innings. The Yankees have had a leadoff man on. It is Kurt Young, the pitching coach for the A's. 3rd walk charge to Ben Sheets. And I'll bring up the captain, Derek Jeter, who was singled and then was thrown out by the 3rd baseman Kuzminoff, who made a nice play in the hole in the 3rd inning. Gardner immediately takes a big lead over at first base. Not going. The pitch to Jeter is a breaking ball for a strike.
Be a good matchup for Brett Gardner. Suzuki throws well. Ben Sheets, a veteran, knows how to change up his rhythm out on the mound. Had a quick delivery to home plate there and dropped a curveball for a strike. Looks like they're going to throw over to first.
And Gardner gets back safely. Gardner has stolen 7 bases in 8 attempts. He leads the Yankees in steals. For his career, he's got an 87% success rate. There's a quicker throw to first, and he's back. That's changing the rhythm, as you were talking about, throwing over to first. If you are an 80% base stealer success rate, you are good. Another throw to first. So 87 is almost off the charts. And this is how speed slows down the game. Get a number of throws over to first. Gardner not going. The pitch to Jeter. Breaking ball for a call strike, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, as a catcher, if you're Suzuki right now, you're really appreciating Ben Sheets. He throws over 3 times in a row and then holds the ball for a really long time. Kind of gets Brett Gardner on his heels a little bit so he can't get a good jump. Again, throws over.
Now, this isn't Sheets' first rodeo. He's been with Milwaukee a number of years. Former #1 draft pick of the Milwaukee Brewers. Their all-time strikeout leader. Pitches a little number towards the mound. Over the mound. Pennington bare hands throws and gets Derek Jeter. Oh, Cliff Pennington with an outstanding play. Meanwhile, Gardner moves down to second.
Well, we saw Pennington make a play last night and show off a strong throwing arm. This is a do-or-die play. He comes up bare hands it. It gets a good grip, a strong throw over, and gets Derek Jeter easily. I mean, that is not an easy play to make, and he made it look easy.
That's what you usually see from a third baseman under pressure. Now Gardner's down at second with one out. Nick Johnson to the plate. Nick has not had a chance to swing the bat tonight. He's walked a couple of times. And he takes one in there for a call strike. You can see Pennington trying to kind of drawn out of position. He's going to have to try and hold Gardner, or at least try and shorten up his lead at second base. That opens up the hole a bit on the left side of the infield.
I'm a little surprised they have Pennington, the shortstop, paying attention to Gardner, because Nick Johnson hits the ball so well the other way. Maybe this will tell Nick that they're going to try to pitch me inside because the second baseman is going to stay home.
Breaking ball is a little bit low to Nick Johnson. It's a ball and a strike. I was talking about Ben Sheets and his time with the Brewers. Their all-time strikeout leader. Johnson swings. It's a high fly ball to right field. This is going to chase Sweeney back. He's in front of the scoreboard and makes the catch. Gardner was halfway, did not tag, and remains at second base. Right now we're going to go back to our studio and a very busy Bob Lorenz. Bob.
Well, Kenny, we know last week when the Yankees played the Angels were struggling a bit. They lost 6 of their first 8, but they're on a bit of a roll tonight against Jeremy Monument of the Tigers. That's Kendry Morales making it 3-0 with that home run. They're looking to win their 6th in a row.
Well, they got away from Yankee Stadium and starting to get things going. Joe Girardi looking on. His Yankees up 2-0. Here's Mark Teixeira with a chance of driving a run. Mark is 0 for 2 tonight. He is struck out and grounded to first. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. So Bob Lorenz draws the late duty again. It's a quick turnaround tomorrow. It's a day game.
If there's anybody that can handle it, it's Bob Lorenz.
Okay.
Emmy Award winning Bob Lorenz.
I know that. That ball is in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Bob calls this duty when we're out here on the West Coast. He calls it yes after dark. Very dark. But the good news is no traffic on the way home, Bob. 0-2 on Teixeira. Gardner's at second with 2 outs. That's upstairs. He wouldn't bite. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. Teixeira became the 3rd Yankee to lead the league in runs batted in after his first year with the team, after joining the ball club. Babe Ruth did it, Roger Maris did it, and Mark Teixeira did it. Ball is fouled off. Led the league with 122 runs batted in last year. Babe Ruth in 1920 drove in 136 runs first year with the Yankees. And Roger Maris in his first year in 1960 drove in 112. Those are pretty good names.
They got off to a terrible start in April, so it just tells you how hot he was once May came around.
Pitch is hit on the ground towards first for Barton. Chest high hop. He's going to take it himself, and the Yankees are going to leave a runner at second base. We played 4.5 innings here in Oakland. Yankees lead 2-0.
At Kia, we're proud to have gone where no other car company has gone before. The Kia Forte offers impressive standard horsepower with fuel efficiency, class-leading space, class-leading standard advanced technology, and class-leading standard safety features. All backed by an industry-leading warranty. When you add it all up, the Kia Forte is the obvious choice over the Corolla and Civic. And right now, get 0% APR plus up to $1,500 in savings.
I thought if you had an older home, there was no way you could reduce your energy costs.
Boy, was I wrong.
We had our house performance tested by a contractor certified by the Building Performance Institute.
We found a host of problems that could be corrected.
They showed us what it would cost
and how much we'd save this year.
And for years to come. We've reduced our energy use 45 to 50%.
And it's good for the environment.
How can you beat that?
For more true stories of how New Yorkers are saving energy, log on to getenergysmart.org.
Introducing the ZDX, the four-door coupe concept from Acura. Introducing Next.
Yankees fans won't have to miss another game with live Yes Network games online wherever you go with Verizon Fios.
This one is gone.
Get a full season of live Yankees games for just $69.95. That's less than $1 a game. If you're a Verizon Fios TV customer with Fios Internet, just go to verizon.com/yes to subscribe now.
To the bottom of the 5th inning, the Yankees leading 2-0. Eric Chavez is going to lead it off for the A's, who'll be followed by Kuzminoff and Gross. Phil Hughes deals the first pitch on the bottom of the 5th, and looks like a breaking ball inside for ball 1. On our Kia scoreboard, the Yankees with 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. The A's no runs, no hits. They have not made an error. Ball is hit high in the air to right field for Randy Wynn. This is his second opportunity of the night. He puts it away for out number 1. Fans, this moment in Yankee history brought to you by Johnny Walker. Demand greatness in every sip and every season. Johnny Walker, proud sponsor of the New York Yankees. April 20th, 1977, Yankee manager Billy Martin pulls starting lineup out of the hat, which begins a 6-game winning streak.
Whatever it takes to change it up.
Billy Martin. I wonder where Reggie was batting that night. Reggie there in the black hat, Hall of Famer. Kevin Kuzminoff swings and misses strike 1. Reggie was in uniform before the game around the batting cage, talking to several of the Yankees. Phil Hughes has been dealing. There's a cutter, and Kuzminoff in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes.
Look at the pitch count, Kenny. 59 here with 1 out in the 5th. Outstanding. And that was the problem he had his last outing. He walked 5, and the pitch count got elevated early in that ball game, like you talked about. It's not a problem tonight.
He's pitching like you dream about tonight.
If you're catching this ball game, you're Jorge Posada, you just try to stay out of the way. I mean, you got a pitcher in a great rhythm, locating his fastball, mixing in some curveballs.
Oh, 2 pitches high and away for ball 1. So Phil Hughes, who struck off Kuzminoff in the 2nd inning. That was the inning in which Hughes struck out the side. Struck out Chavez, Kuzminoff, and Gross in order. Big swing, fouls it back. You were talking about Kuzminoff, the way he holds it back, kind of low with his left arm stretched out. It's almost like it's like a golf swing. You try and keep that left arm straight. He must be a heck of a golfer.
You know, it reminds me, the setup reminds me of Nomar Garciaparra, obviously a great shortstop for the Red Sox and played out here in Oakland. Nomar always had the hands way back, real simple starting position.
Swung on and fouled into the glove of Posada for strike 3. 7 strikeouts now for Phil Hughes. Now this replay brought to you by Suzuki Kizashi.
Take a look at the pitch by pitch for Phil Hughes against Kuzminoff. A fastball for a swing and a miss. Goes with a little cutter. Another foul ball. Fastball misses up and away. Fastball up, and it was a common theme the whole at bat, just going right at him, throwing a lot of fastballs. Guess you could say, Kenny, that Phil Hughes is very proud of his fastball tonight.
Here's Gabe Gross, who was a strikeout victim in the 2nd. Takes a pitch for a call strike.
We actually had a shot last at bat to Kuzminoff where Jorge Posada was calling off speed pitches, and Phil Hughes just kept shaking, kept shaking. I feel good about the fastball. Let's keep throwing it.
That pitch is inside. It's a ball and a strike. Hughes now with 7 strikeouts. His career high is 9. That was against the Baltimore Orioles last year on May the 20th.
cutter.
Gross takes inside, 2 balls and a strike. There's 40% of the Yankee pitching staff. CC Sabathia gets the call tomorrow afternoon. He'll close out the series. 2-1 pitch to Gross. Fouls it off, and the count levels off at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tells you how good that fastball is there. Hitters count 2-1. Phil Hughes went right in on the hands. Gross can't do anything. Actually, it looked like a little cutter. This is where Dave Island, the pitching coach, was talking when Phil would want to throw them. On a hitter's count, 2-1. You run it in on the hands. Tough to center.
Can he finish him off on this pitch? No, man.
Again, shaking off speed. Looked like Jorge Posada called a curveball, then he called a fastball away, and eventually it was a fastball in, and here it comes.
Ball is popped up into left field. Brett Gardner is there. He will make the catch, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Phil Hughes. At the end of 5, it's 2-0 Yankees.
Up smoking now, and in 24 hours, your chance of a heart attack drops. In 3 weeks, your lung function improves. And in 1 year, your risk of heart disease is cut in half. Call for free help. The New York State Smokers Quit Line. 1-866-NY-QUITS.
You value your friends. So does DirecTV. Meg's worth 100. So are Mike, Carol, Bob, Jim, and Kay. For every friend you refer to DirecTV, you get $100, and they get $100 on top of our best national offer. Just give your account number to your friends and have them call 1-877-4-100 each. They must have your account number when they order. Refer up to 10 people and get $1,000 a year. Then celebrate and watch the Benjamins stack up.
The human eye blinks 17,000 times a day, give or take a couple. But here's an eye-opener. You can lose your sight to eye disease if you wait for symptoms before having them checked. Think about this. UV damage is one of the leading contributors to macular degeneration. Today, your eye doctor has technology to help prevent that. Shouldn't you see him yearly? Go to thinkaboutyouryes.com to learn more and for a list of local eye doctors. Hey, what have you got to lose?
Time to take the show on the road. It's the 2010 GMC lineup. Now qualified lessees can get a low mileage lease on the 2010 GMC Acadia for just $359 per month. See dealer for details. And meet the all-new 2010 GMC Terrain, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. We brought the auto show to the showroom, so you can take it home. See your Tri-State Buick GMC dealer.
The Yankees coming up here in the top of the 6th inning, leading 2-0. Phil Hughes has retired 14 A's in a row. Here's Alex Rodriguez, who tripled leading off the 4th. Swings and misses here in the 6th inning for strike 1. A-Rod is 1 for 2. He came around to score as Robinson Cano, who's on deck, followed A-Rod's triple with a triple of his own. The 0-1 pitch is in there for a call strike, and it's 0-2. We mentioned A-Rod has been heating up of late. His last 3 games, he had been 4 for 7. Now he is 5 for 9. Ground ball, hit hard, couple of hops to Pennington at short. Straightens up, throws him out, and there's one down here in the 6th inning. Time for another look at tonight's Toyota Text Ball. Once again, the question: which of these current or former A's has the best chance of reclaiming his old form? And let's see what your answer is. Who do you think? Rich Harden 16%, Tim Hudson 16%, Ben Sheets 25%, Barry Zito, who's off to a pretty good start right across the bay here in San Francisco, 43%. That's who you were thinking, Flash.
Barry Zito has gotten off to a nice start.
So have the Giants.
Yep.
Here's Cano, and he takes a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Cano is 2 for 2 after going 0 for 29 in this ballpark. He is single, triple, stolen a base, driven in 1, and scored 1. Takes another pitch upstairs, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Cano walking 3 times last night, striking out a couple. That pitch is in there for a strike. You saw that note about the triples. Last time the Yankees had back-to-back triples in a ball game, August 25th, 2007 at Detroit, which is a triples ballpark. Melky Cabrera and Johnny Damon turned the trick. 2-1 pitch. Changeup swung on and missed. 2-2.
Good changeup. We haven't seen a whole lot of changeups tonight from Ben Sheets, starting to break it out here in the 6th to Robinson Cano. Talked earlier, a lot of fastball, curveball. There's a good changeup.
Sheets has 3 strikeouts so far. There's strikeout number 4. You can call that what you want. Lord Charles, Uncle Charlie, that was a good curveball that strikes out Cano looking.
Well, Tom Hallion, the home plate umpire, really liked some emphatic strike 3 call. I mean, it's a perfect pitch, but check out Tom Hallion, the home plate umpire. Wow, loved it.
You remember Frank Pulley?
Yeah.
That's a little Frank Pulley right there.
Boy, Tom gave the vocal on that, too. You could really banged out Robinson Cano.
Not only that, he turned his back and sort of let the fans know his call, what the call was, the people behind home plate. 2 outs, nobody on for the Yankees. It'll bring up Jorge Posada. Curveball. Robinson Cano, yeah, I'm out of here. Posada takes a pitch up high for ball 2, 2-0. Jorge's 0 for 2 tonight, striking out and grounding out. He did get an RBI on the ground out to first. Just missed, and that's a little high ball 3. I was going to say Sheets in his heyday was a big-time strikeout pitcher. His career high in one game is 18 strikeouts. That pitch is in there for a strike. Back in May of 2004, he struck out 18 Atlanta Braves. That is left-hander Jerry Blevins warming up in the bullpen. Posada hits a bouncing ball to second. Rosales has it, flips it over to first for the final out here in the 6th inning. We played 5.5. Phil Hughes back to the mound. He has not given up a hit as of yet.
We interrupt Stanley's story to bring you a commercial. As you know, WB Mason sells office supplies, cleaning supplies, snacks and beverages, office furniture, and of course, for all of us all-night caffeinated types, Green Mountain Coffee.
Can we vote this guy off the show?
And what about the low prices?
Are you done?
Did I mention free delivery?
No, you did.
Tune in next time when Marvin says...
You have a thing for Stanley?
The Rockies run down the length of America like a backbone. And for almost 140 years now, that's where we've brewed our Coors Banquet beer, using only Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. That's something we refuse to change. And that's what having a backbone is all about. Coors, the banquet beer.
Introducing the all-new Kizashi from Suzuki. Words don't do it justice, but they're giving it their best shot. Now you can lease an all-wheel drive Kizashi S for just $229 a month for 48 months.
This season, come to YesNetwork.com for championship coverage from a championship website. Veteran sports writer Jack Curry joins the Yes Network team to give you exclusive insight throughout the entire season. And there's still Post Game Plus, daily blogs, and My Yes, the social network dedicated to all things pinstripes.
It's all just a click away at YesNetwork.com.
Well, Fan Scott's Turf Builder delivers a lush lawn from the roots up. Hurry and get your free Scott's MLB Fan Guide, available exclusively at Lowe's. It's that time of year. Get your lawn in shape. Phil Hughes has allowed 1 base runner. That was Derek Martin with a walk in the 2nd inning. He's got Rosales, Patterson, and Pennington. Rosales squares, fakes a bunt, takes a pitch low for a ball.
What do you think about that, Kenny? Well, squares the bunt. No hits through 5. I guess at this point it's fair game in the 6th inning.
Well, they're down by 2 runs,
Yep.
so getting on base would bring the tying run to the plate. So I have no problem with that. There's a call strike, and it's 1-1. It seems as though whenever Hughes wants a strike, he could deal it with his fastball tonight. Pitch count at 69. It's pretty good shape. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk so far. That's over the inside corner. Boy, that tied him up. 49 strikes out of 70 pitches.
You like about that fastball, Kenny, he threw a cutter the pitch before that was probably upper 80s, and then he throws 93 and it just explodes through the zone. Tough to pull the trigger.
Up and in, moves Rosales off the plate. He got a closer look at that one than he wanted.
Well, you see Rosales is kind of bent over out over the plate. Nothing wrong with that pitch there.
And don't be diving out there. Count is now level at 2-2. Cutter tried to check his swing, but goes around. 8 strikeouts now for Phil Hughes as he puts away Adam Rosales, leading off the 6th.
Fastball up and in, followed by a cutter down and away. Great combination, a little check swing. Phil Hughes' 8th strikeout of the evening. Rosales not happy.
Here is Eric Patterson. Patterson's had 1 at bat and popped out to short in the 3rd inning. First pitch, fastball over the inside corner for a called strike.
Patterson can run too, so you'd worry about maybe an infield hit or something like that. They try to get him to be like a Sean Figgins type player. Play a bunch of positions, runs well, uses his speed. See Alex Rodriguez in on the grass. Mark Teixeira just off the grass.
You're right. The A's have gone to younger players. Gone are the Giambis, the Holidays, the Garcia Parras, Crosby, and Cabrera's. Pitches foul back to the screen, and it's 1-2.
He had a pretty good swing at that fastball there. You might start thinking about a possible curve when you see somebody take a swing like this. One of the best swings we have seen all night. Fouled it straight back. See what Jorge Posada's thinking. Stick with it, but Phil Hughes wants to know. Cutter, fastball in.
That last pitch looked to me kind of drifted towards the middle of the plate.
Good point.
So most hitters are going to get a pretty good swing at that. Over the outside corner, but foul tipped into the glove of Jorge Posada, and Phil Hughes has tied his career high in strikeouts with 9.
Perfectly located, a little foul tip and a nice catch by Jorge Posada. And once again, it's been the theme of the night for Phil Hughes, not playing any games, sticking with that good fastball.
How dominant has he been? He's only gone to a 3-ball count to 1 hitter. That was Barton in the 1st inning, and he eventually drew a walk. The only base runner thus far for the A's. Here's Pennington, ground ball by the mound. Jeter has it by the bag at second, on the 1st, and Phil Hughes retires the A's in order here in the 6th inning. He has retired 17 straight A's. Yes is brought to you in part by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop, and by Acura Advance.
Back for the top of the 7th. Curtis Granderson leading off, and we have a new pitcher for the Oakland A's, Jerry Blevin. Verizon Wireless scoreboard, 2-0 Yankees, 4 hits, and you see for the Oakland A's, they do not have a hit tonight against Phil Hughes.
You know, we're getting to the last third of this ball game, and I know it's getting late back east, and maybe even in Europe, but you might want to call your friends and wake them up. Phil Hughes is dealing tonight.
9 strikeouts for Phil Hughes. He's not giving up a hit, and the Yankees leading 2-0. CC Sabathia knows about something, almost throwing a no-hitter against Tampa Bay as Curtis Granderson hits a ground ball. Barton comes up with it over to Blevins, and he gets Curtis Granderson by a half a step for the first out here in the 7th inning.
Well, Blevins, being a left-hander, maybe got a little bit of a late jump. He falls off to the third base side, but it's going to be a close play. Granderson going down the line for all as he's worth, and Blevins just got him. Here's another look at it. There's the ground ball. Granderson spelling an infield hit, the possibility of one, but Blevins wins the race.
With one out, it'll bring up Randy Wynn. 0 for 2 from the left side, moves over to the right side now. First pitch swinging right through a fastball. Randy had a check swing ground ball back to Ben Sheets, and he also struck out against Sheets at 2 at-bats he faced him. You know what, Kenny? I was pretty impressed with Sheets tonight.
Yeah, I was too. I thought he did a pretty good job. On normal circumstances, he might have had a chance to win this game. Here's what Blevins has done this season. This is his 8th appearance.
Swing and a miss, looked like a changeup.
6 innings for Sheets, couple of runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks.
Randy 0 for 8 on the year, looking for his first Yankee hit. And he's not going to get it this at bat as Blevins just throws a fastball right by him for the second out here in the 7th.
Fastball upstairs, and Randy Wynn could not get on top of it.
2 outs to bring up the Yankees' number 9 hitter, left fielder Brett Gardner, 0 for 1 with a walk. .294, 4 RBIs. Impressive on base percentage. Takes a fastball for strike 1. The 0-1, a big sweeping slider for strike 2.
Last night we had just over 19,000 fans here, and the A's were a little disappointed in the show. The showing. There's a pitch for the strike. But tonight it's over 30,000. And they've been treated some very good pitching by Phil Hughes.
The 0-2, a fastball fouled off. A good pitcher's duel all the way around. Ben Sheets gave up a couple. Phil Hughes has been dominant. Jerry Blevins doing a nice job here, and it's another curveball, and it's slapped to second base. Rosales comes over and throws, but he's not going to get it. Brett Gardner on the slow ground ball. It'll be another infield hit for Brett Gardner.
All it takes is something to go awry, and it's right here. A little double clutch, didn't quite have the handle on the ball, and that's the difference. Well, the speedy Brett Gardner going down the line. Didn't have the grip on the ball, finally gets it, but now it's too late. And there was a situation where it didn't pay to recycle.
With 2 outs, Brett Gardner a threat to steal. So Derek Jeter led this ball game off with a base hit, 1 for 3. Blevins going to throw over. Gets a left-hander. We'll see if Brett Gardner just goes first move right when he lifts that right leg. You take off, take your chances.
So he would be guessing that Blevins wouldn't throw over 2 times in a row.
And we talked a little last night. Not a bad situation, even if you get thrown out here with 2 outs. He's not running. Derek Jeter first pitch swinging. Ground ball to Pennington, over to Rosales. But the big story, Phil Hughes, he will face Derek Barton, Ryan Sweeney, and Kurt Suzuki, the middle of the Oakland A lineup.
Our front door, our backyard, our pastime, our heart and soul. Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order, with tasty toppings and delicious dressings you love so much.
Taste the difference freshness makes. Yesterday's traditions are still today's. Blimpie, America's Sub Shop.
Need baseball answers and not a bunch of links? Call in a pinch hitter. Text your baseball questions to 542-542 and get a fast expert answer. And look for the KGB trivia question coming up in the postgame. For answers, not links, text your questions to 542-542.
We went around surprising people by swapping their rides with a Ford. And we got a little help from their friends and family.
We swapped your car for the week. What? It's a Ford Escape. Really? Yeah. There's the Bluetooth, the syncing to the phone. I really like the parallel parking. Oh my goodness, it's doing it. I feel like I'm cheating on my CRV.
Look at you talking me into a Ford.
I know, you should really try it.
Now lease a new 2010 Escape for just $239 a month during the Swap Your Ride sales event.
You keep talking, I'll wait in the car.
I'm Ron Bob Lorenz back at our Yes Studio with the Tri-State Ford update. Let's get you another update on the Angels-Tigers. Johnny Damon, a bases loaded, and he gets punched out in the top of the fifth by Jared Weaver. Looking, he argues with home plate ump Dale Scott, and then Johnny says the magic words, and he gets tossed. There he goes. So a bases loaded situation for the Tigers. They get nothing out of that at bat by Damon, and they still trail the Angels 3-1, top half of the sixth inning. We'll have the results of that coming up on the post game. See you then.
Thank you very much, Bob. On our Verizon wireless scoreboard, 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the New York Yankees, and a lot of zeros across the board for the Oakland A's. Phil Hughes has been dominant tonight, and he will face the middle of the Oakland A's lineup. Derek Barton swinging and missing at a first pitch fastball. It'll be Barton, Ryan Sweeney, and Kurt Suzuki, 2, 3, and 4 for the Oakland A's. The 0-1 misses outside.
Barton's the only hitter to reach base. He walked in the first inning.
Kenny, to tell you how dominant Phil Hughes has been, he's thrown no more than 4 balls in any inning. He threw 6 balls in the first inning. 4 in the second, 4 in the third, 2, 4, and 3. A strike throwing machine tonight. 80 pitches. Behind in the count, 2-0 to Derek Barton. It's a cutter, and it's popped up. Jorge Posada looks like he's going to have room, and he makes the play for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th.
That is now 18 in a row set down by Phil Hughes.
Again, a hitter's count for the Oakland A's. He drops a little cutter in there and gets an easy pop-up.
Ryan Sweeney.
Dave Island, Joe Girardi looking on. I guess CC Sabathia is interested in what's going to happen here. We've got a good ball game. Number 3 hitter Ryan Sweeney, first pitch swinging, another cutter fouled off.
Sweeney is the only hitter in the A's lineup that Hughes has not struck out tonight. Everybody else has gone out on strikes at least once.
Heading the count 0-1. Another fastball and another foul ball. Not playing any games, Kenny. I mean, I probably count on one hand how many curveballs we've seen.
You made a point early in the game that he was going to make them hit their fastball. They haven't been doing it, so he's staying with it.
Yeah, they have not shown that they can catch up. And it's going to be another fastball. Just misses. Sound of the glove there too, popping the mitt.
Damn.
There've only been 4 balls hit to the outfield all night in this ball game. And there's another fly ball to center field. Curtis Granderson right underneath it. So Sweeney hit it well, but hit it right at the Yankees center fielder. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Might have been the hardest hit ball we have seen all night.
Let's watch a replay on this ball. Posada. Oh, okay. He knows what's happening. Catcher's got to be more on edge than the pitcher.
You know, you start second guessing. You know, you see Jorge thinking about what he wants to call, and you start second guessing. Is that the right pitch? What should I do? Stay with number one. Ooh, a little cutter for strike one. Kurt Suzuki hitting cleanup tonight for the Oakland A's. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. The 0-1, another fastball, and it'll be a fly ball to right field. So Phil Hughes in total control. Another 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th inning. The Yankees still lead 2-0, and Phil Hughes has not given up a hit.
A high-flow exhaust delivers more power. Electric power steering delivers a precise way of using it. The powerful Acura TL.
Take advantage of attractive lease rates on the 2010 Acura TL for well-qualified customers.
Join the 27-time World Series champion New York Yankees official online fan club, Yankees Universe.
Fans will enjoy fast-track entrance at Yankee Stadium and Yankees Museum.
Get access to an exclusive website.
Get a subscription to MLB Game Day with audio.
And receive 10% discounts at Yankees Clubhouse shops in Manhattan.
A portion of the proceeds goes to the Yankees Universe Fund at Memorial Sloan Kettering, benefiting pediatric cancer research.
So join Yankee Universe today at Yankees.com.
With the new Geico Glove Box app, you can get help with a flat tire. Find a nearby tow truck or gas station. Call emergency services. Collect accident information. Or just watch some fun videos. It's so easy, a caveman can do it.
Unbelievable. Where's my coat? It was suede with the fringe.
Download the Glove Box app free at geico.com.
We went around surprising people by swapping their rides with a Ford. And we got a little help from their friends and family.
Oh, wow.
Christine kept the Fusion for a whole week.
What a good surprise. I really thought I was going to miss my Camry. I don't have navigation. I don't have Bluetooth. I love this car.
Did they tell you it was the 2010 Motor Trend Car of the Year?
No, I didn't know that.
Do I have to do all of the work?
Now lease a new 2010 Fusion for just $189 a month during the Swap Your Ride sales event.
So we kind of came between you and the Camry.
You did.
We're going to look at tomorrow's starting pitchers, which is brought to you by Fios TV, Internet and Phone. This is Beyond Cable. This is Fios, and it's a good one. CC Sabathia at 2-0 at 2.84 against Dallas Braden. 2-0, 2.70. So the battle of the lefties tomorrow.
Battle of left-handers. Coverage starts at 2:30 right here on Yes. Here's Nick Johnson leading off for the Yankees here in the 8th inning. Johnson has walked twice and flied out to right field, now facing the left-hander, Jerry Blevins. The Teixeira to follow him, and then Alex Rodriguez here in the 8th inning. Yankees up 2-0. There's a pitch for a call strike. 0-2 on Nick Johnson. Call strike 3. 3 pitches, and Johnson is out of there. Blevins puts him away. Second strikeout for the left-hander.
Blevins looks like he's going to be a tough at bat for a lefty. Perfectly located down and away, just freezes Nick Johnson.
Here's Teixeira 0 for 3, grounded out twice and struck out. Swings and misses strike 1.
Seen it all from Blevins. A good changeup there. First pitch to Mark Teixeira. Has a decent fastball and a sweeping slider.
Breaking ball swung on and missed strike 2.
Just like Ben Sheets, Blevins working quickly too, getting the ball and throwing it.
You know, I think when pitchers do that, they give the hitter more of an impression they're in the attack mode and that they're coming after you. It's up to you to stop them.
And hitters can definitely sense it. It almost feels like you're on your heels a little bit more.
Uh-oh, something's gone wrong here, and this is going to bring out the manager, Bob Guerin, and the trainer, Steven Sales, as Blevins, it seems to be flexing as either his right shoulder or his hip. And all of a sudden, something fell off the tracks here.
He looked to be in total control, too.
And he is going to be leaving the ball game. And while the A's bring a new pitcher in from the bullpen, we'll be back with more. We'll try and get you an update on Blevins' injury. It's 2-0 Yankees.
To many, the open water represents freedom. There are no lanes to follow, no crosswalks to slow you down, or signs to tell you where to go, which might mean having to stop at a moment's notice. Sea-Doo is the world's first and only boat with a brake for a whole new level of safety. And with 88% purchased a decade ago still out there today, you'll enjoy the thrills for years to come. Sea-Doo, reinventing the way you ride.
We went around surprising people by swapping their rides with a Ford. And we got a little help from their friends and family.
Your car's been swapped for a week. It's a Ford Edge.
You guys are sneaky.
It's got your phone synced up.
And the automatic hatchback. Love that.
It has all kinds of features my Equinox does not have.
The Vista roof.
I definitely think the sync system will be very useful.
Call Dad.
Call Dad.
Now lease a new 2010 Edge for just $259 a month during the Swap Your Ride sales event.
I feel edgy.
Very clever.
This call to the bullpen brought to you by AT&T Rethink Possible. The new pitcher coming in to warm up for the Oakland A's is Tyson Ross, a local product out of the University of California. Was all Pac-10 in 2007, 2008. And the A's selected him in the second round of the 2008 draft, so he got to the big leagues in a hurry. 8 strikeouts in 8 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks. Here's another guy who works fast, throws hard, and has a very good breaking ball. The share is up there with a no ball and 2 strike count. Kind of an odd motion. Looks like he just lays back and it's all arm. 1 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes on Mark Teixeira. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. There's a good slider. And Ross picks up the strikeout.
We'll take a look, and it looked like a backdoor slider. Tough at bat for Mark Teixeira. Down 0-2 to a left-handed pitcher. Then you have to switch to the other side.
Here is A-Rod, who is 1 for 3 tonight, a triple. The Yankees scored both of their runs in the 4th inning. Back-to-back triples and then a ground out. A-Rod takes a breaking ball downstairs for ball 1.
You're right about the delivery, Kenny. It's definitely a little different, almost like a little stiff leg.
Over the top breaking ball, and that drops in for a strike. 1-1. Little chopper. It's going to be a tough play for Kuzminov. All he can do is pick it up. It's going to be an infield single for Alex Rodriguez. With two outs, he was playing back, respecting the power of Alex.
Well, it's just a little sinking fastball running in. You see Alex just tries to fight it off. Be his second hit of the ball game. Hit a triple in the 4th and scored, and now he has an infield hit.
So A-Rod and Robinson Cano, who's at the plate, have 4 of the 6 Yankee hits tonight. Cano is singled and triple. Had himself a pretty good night. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Also a stolen base. Cano taken all the way, and that's poured in there for a call strike. Yankees leading 2-0, but take a look at the totals. Nothing but zeros for the A's, as the Yankees haven't really scorched the ball tonight. 2 runs on 6 hits. Cano hits one hard, That's right at Pennington. He's going to step on the bag to force Alex Rodriguez. It's on to the bottom of the 8th, and here's your story. Phil Hughes has not given up a hit.
Introducing the all-new Kizashi from Suzuki. Words don't do it justice, but they're giving it their best shot. Now you can lease an all-wheel drive Kizashi S for just $229 a month for 48 months.
So I'm on a red-eye back from a bachelor party with my buddy Mike, who is a terrible, terrible dancer. He's actually right by... What up, Mike? Hey, dude. Yeah, this is how he dances. It's haunting. Anyway, while I was away, the E-Trade machine, thanks Martha, worked its techno magic, triggered my stop-loss orders, saved me a pant load.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
Dad? No, Mike, that's the pilot. He's making an announcement. Dad? Ugh.
Upgrade to first-class investing technology at E-Trade.
He has adventures, and I have mine. His are on 2 wheels, but mine are on 4. It's true, like father, like son. And with my Jeep Grand Cherokee, no matter what our adventures, we always come home in style.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Grand Cherokee.
I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
Hey fans, tonight throughout the Yankee season on Yes, we're asking you to vote along with us for the Chevy Player of the Game. Text your vote to 58772 or vote online at yesnetwork.com. Tonight's candidates are Phil Hughes, Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, and Ben Sheets.
I wonder who that will be.
Phil Hughes has retired 20 straight Oakland A's as he goes to the bottom of the 8th inning. Eric Chavez, the veteran designated hitter, is going to lead it off. First pitch hit hard. Hughes knocks it down. He can't find it. And this is going to be a base hit.
Well, you go from the disappointment of giving up a no-hitter, but now you're concerned about Phil Hughes and his health. The ball was hit hard right back up the middle. See Phil's parents looking on. Looks like he said he's fine.
That ball was scorched off the bat of Eric Chavez. First pitch of the inning. Looked like he went up there looking for a fastball and got it.
Got it, yeah. We'll take another look. You mentioned a first pitch fastball. Looked like it got the glove of Phil Hughes. He couldn't find where it ended up. It's going to be a base hit.
So after retiring 20 straight Oakland A's and flirting with a no-hitter, ball looked like it hit him in the heel of the glove. Chavez is on, and now remember the Yankees have a 2-0 lead, so the tying run is at the plate and Kevin Kuzminov. So with the no-hitter gone, now you concentrate on winning the ball game. Little cutter outside for a ball. Kuzminov has struck out twice.
The Yankee bullpen is going to start to see some action now as Java Chamberlain getting loose. You're right, Kenny. The focus now is off of the possible no-hitter, and you're thinking about a possible win here.
Pitch is fouled back, and it's a ball and a strike. Now, a few years back, Hughes flirted with a no-hitter down in Texas. And he had to leave the ball game. I believe it was in the 7th inning, 6th or 7th inning. With Mark Teixeira at the plate, he pulled a hamstring. Trying to really put a bite on a curveball. And here are the totals for him tonight. Pitch is fouled back by Kuzminov.
Had some pretty good swings on that cutter from Phil Hughes. Looked like he's dropping down a little bit.
Those numbers we just showed you was his outing in Texas. He did get to the 7th inning in that game, but had to leave with an injury. One ball, 2 strikes to count on Kuzminov. Hughes had retired 20 straight until Eric Chavez broke up the potential no-hitter with an infield single. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Phil Hughes now has a career high in strikeouts with 10. Let's take a look at that hit once again.
First pitch fastball, and it was hit hard. It looks like it gets Phil right in the heel of his glove and then maybe his bicep. His parents were watching the outing, trying to point out the balls in front of you. It looks like there's going to be a look of disappointment.
Well, take solace in the fact he now has a career high in strikeouts with 10. Here's Gabe Gross, who takes a ball low and inside. Jabba Chamberlain continues to warm up in the Yankee bullpen. 93 pitches for Hughes. Who's trying to pick up his second victory of the season.
Through 108 pitches his first outing against the Angels.
So he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he is. Obviously, you try to get a couple more outs here, and you think about Mariano for the ninth.
There is Mo tidying up in the bullpen. Gross swings and fouls it off, and it's a ball and a strike. Gross tonight is struck out and flying out to left field. He's 0 for 2.
Seen a lot of cut fastballs here in the 8th inning from Phil Hughes after he gave up that leadoff hit. Seen him kind of really pick his spots with the cutter tonight, but he's going with it here a lot in the 8th inning.
Swung on and missed, strike 2. I'll tell you what, Gross didn't get cheated on that one.
Phil has also picked his spots with the curveball. There's a beauty there. And the count 1-2.
It's one of those nights where it just seems everything was working.
You know, I guess, Kenny, we talked about body language early on too. We've seen it all night from Phil. Total command.
One-two pitch. It's hit in the air down the left field line. This is twisting foul and will almost make the seats, in and out of the seats in left field. So near and yet so far. Ball off the heel of the glove.
You know what? It was a legitimate hit. It was hit hard. And if you're Phil Hughes and Jorge Posada, you really can't second guess yourself because you've been pounding fastballs all night. None of the Oakland A's could catch up.
One thing the Yankee pitching, you talk about Hughes being dominant. How about the Yankee pitching in general in this series? They have struck out 22 A's hitters in 2 nights. Ball is hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going to be in foul territory. Wind comes over for a look, but that's all he's going to get. It's in the seats.
Well, how about, Kenny? You strike out 22 times in 2 ball games, and then you go to sleep tonight, and you have CC Sabathia waiting for you tomorrow afternoon. Another strikeout pitcher coming back home.
CC had his high school baseball team out here tonight.
There they are.
There they are. Vallejo High School. Gross tried to check a swing, an appeal, and he did not go. You know, I'm thinking, would they get the CCC pitch tomorrow? There's school tomorrow.
No, they came tonight because they have school tomorrow, and they also have a game. But I was actually in the dugout with A.J. Burnett and David Robertson when they walked on the field. Classy. A.J. grabbed David and said, let's go meet these kids.
All right.
Didn't have to be asked. Jumped out. Kids were excited to meet A.J. and David Robertson, and of course CeCe spent some time with them.
I saw Jabba signing a few autographs. Two-two pitch, off-speed pitch, and it's fouled off. Gross spoils it. Let's go back to prior to game time, and here's CeCe meeting a lot of people from his hometown of Vallejo, California. Guy with a Phillies hat. Who was he rooting for last October and November? Throw over to first.
Gabe Gross putting a good at bat on Phil Hughes, really making him earn it, as this will be his 100th pitch of the ball game.
Inside, and the count has run full at 3-2.
Wow, 70 strikes, 30 balls. Ooh. Don't get any better than that.
10 strikeouts. Had retired 20 straight A's at one point. Another throw to first to check on Chavez.
I'm sitting here wondering, Kenny, I mean, Gross has really put a good at bat on Phil Hughes. Jabba is definitely ready in the pen. You wonder if this might be his last batter. See, Jabba's ready to go.
Jabba was dominant last night on the Yankee pen. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and it's inside for ball 4. And the A's have the tying runs on base. So Joe Girardi has made up his mind, and he is going to go to Jabba Chamberlain, try and get 2 outs here in the 8th inning. A sparkling effort by Phil Hughes tonight. He allows just 1 hit, strikes out a career-high 10. And there is his mom applauding his effort. Yes, he's a good son. Phil Hughes departs. Jabba Chamberlain comes in. Yankees leading 2-0. We'll be back with the rest of the bottom of the 8th.
Cadillac Laurel sales event featuring the acclaimed CTS sports sedan, a car and driver 10 best for the 3rd year in a row, with a direct injection V6 engine. See your Cadillac dealer soon, because while there is no expiration date on achievement, on rewarding it there is.
Get 0% APR plus $1,000 auto show bonus cash on a Cadillac CTS.
The little 6 in you with a Six Flags season pass. Unlimited visits. Get free tickets for friends. Hurry, get your season pass now for the lowest price in 5 years at sixflags.com.
More flags, more fun. Six Flags.
Hey, buddy. What are those?
Your zeros.
What are they for?
They're for the thing. Really big thing.
Oh, right. The big thing. Where am I going to put them?
You can put them in front.
For the first time ever, lease a Honda Civic for 0 down payment and 0 due at signing.
It's called the really big thing, only at your Honda dealer.
Well, Dave Island congratulating Phil Hughes on his effort tonight, and what an effort it was. 7 in the 3rd innings. 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. He leaves a couple of runners on board. And as he was walking off, his mom and dad salute his effort, and he salutes right back. Another good effort from the Hughes family. So Jabba Chamberlain comes on a relief of Phil Hughes, and he'll face Adam Rosales with 2 men on and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Jabba steps off. Now, Jabba came out of the bullpen last night and was dominant. He faced 4 A's. There's the numbers on Hughes. 101 pitches, 10 strikeouts. Rosales swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Jabba faced 4 A's last night, struck out 3 of them.
Well, he had it all working last night. A good fastball, velocity in the mid-90s. The slider is really the pitch that jumped out at you. Good start to the season. 7 2/3 inning, 10 strikeouts.
Oh, 1 pitch hit in the air to right field for Randy Wynn. He comes in a few steps, camps underneath it, makes the catch route number 2, and the runners are going to hold. Phil Hughes dominance, 10 strikeouts tonight.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot of fastballs with these strikeouts. He felt good about it all night, just attacking the Oakland A's. Curveball for a strikeout. Fastball again on the outside corner. Another fastball to Kuzminoff, and a little cutter down and away. Another fastball, and you finish Kuzminoff off with another fastball. 10 strikeouts, total dominance.
The A's are going to go to the bench, and hitting for Eric Patterson is going to be Jake Fox. We saw Fox last night in a pinch hitting role. Fox came up against Damaso Marte and drew a walk. While we have time here, we'll remind you this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent. That's written consent of the New York Yankees. Phil Hughes can smile after that effort. And well, the Yankees certainly rewarded with their 5th starter. Here's Jake Fox hitting at 174, breaking ball, low for ball 1.
Well, you got to respect Fox and his power. He had 11 home runs last year in 82 games for the Cubs. Well, he does have some pop in that bat. I'm sure that's what Bob Guerin, the Oakland A's manager, was thinking, sending him up here. Maybe one swing of the bat, you could try to take the lead.
2 outs, 2 on here in the 8th inning. Yankees leading by 2. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike.
Like Jorge Posada, maybe it was crossed up there. Couldn't catch that ball very well. 94 miles an hour. Take another look. Setting up away. Maybe that fastball ran back to the middle, surprised him a little bit.
Just a little bit low and outside. Last night, Jabba had the combination of the fastball and the slider working. He struck out Kuzminoff with a nasty slider. One of the best we've seen all year. Ball looked like it disappeared when it got to about a foot or so in front of home plate. Fouled at the plate, back to the screen, and it's 2-2. So Jabba Chamberlain, who along with Phil Hughes was in the race for the 5th starter spot in the Yankee rotation. Now he's trying to pick up his teammate, working out of the bullpen. Chilly night in Oakland, but things have certainly warmed up in the stadium with the way the Yankees have been pitching of late. Little half swing, fouled off, and the count remains at 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like that slider is not quite as sharp as it was last night, Kenny. I mean, they're good pitches located off the plate, but it was so tight last night. You wonder back-to-back nights how Jabba will react. Like the fastball velocity is pretty good. The slider maybe just not quite as good as last night.
Tying runs on base for the A's. Jabba Chamberlain trying to get the Yankees out of a jam here in the 8th. Pitch to Fox, and Lou Looper over second. He's going to drop in there for a base hit. Chavez rounding third. He's going to come in to score, and it's now a 2-1 ball game as Jake Fox come through with a pinch hit single. And now the Yankee lead is cut to 1.
Well, nice job by Fox fouling off the slider and then getting a fastball that he could do something with. Check out the location, pretty much middle, and he just stays inside, blocks it off to right field. So a 2-out pinch hit, RBI base hit.
And now the lineup's going to turn over as you watch a pinch runner coming on for Jake Fox. It's going to be Rajai Davis, who's going to be running for Fox at first base.
You know, Davis has great speed. He's going to be a threat to run. The Yankees want to make sure they're on the same page defensively, a first and third defense with the possibility of Davis running.
You saw Jorge Posada go out and give the signals to the infielders as to what he might do if Davis takes off. So Gross is at third. Davis is at first, and Pennington is the hitter. He's 0 for 3 tonight. That pitch is a little low for ball 1. So things getting a little edgy for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 8th inning, as the A's have cut their lead in half. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, Mariano worked in last night's ball game. A little surprised that he's not getting his arm loose at this point. Joe Girardi not going to get him going here in the 8th.
Davis has 7 steals. He's not going, and the pitch is hit on the ground to Teixeira. This is going to do it. He steps on first to retire Pennington. The A's do pick up a run. They break up. Phil uses no-hit bid, but the Yankees have the lead as we go to the 9th inning. It's a 2-1 ball game.
The new 2010 Range Rover Sport, powered by intelligence.
Hey, Nolan Ryan.
How you doing?
Good. You need some help on your lawn project?
It needs some big league help.
Scotts is the official lawn care company of Major League Baseball. And here at Lowe's, we can show you how to get winning results at home.
I played on a lot of great fields in my day, and I want that same big league look for my lawn.
Excuse me, can I have your autograph, please?
Sure, what's your name?
Actually, his autograph, if you don't mind.
Hurry in to get your free Scotts MLB fan guide, available exclusively at Lowe's.
Go easy on him. He's a legend.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the Waldens take way too long to say goodnight?
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Mama. Good night, Aaron.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Grandpa.
Good night, Ben.
Good night.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Daddy.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. The new 2010 Land Rover LR4.
Yankees fans won't have to miss another game with live Yes Network games online wherever you go with Verizon Fios.
This one is gone.
Get a full season of live Yankees games for just $69.95. That's less than $1 a game. If you're a Verizon Fios TV customer with Fios Internet, just go to Verizon.com/yes to subscribe now.
Well, now it's time for the Land Rover drives of the game.
The Land Rover drives of the game happen in the top of the 4th inning. Alex Rodriguez leading off, slicing one down the right field line for a leadoff triple. Robinson Cano drilling one down the right field line for back-to-back triples, and those were your Land Rover drives of the game.
As Jorge Posada will lead it off for the Yankees here in the 9th inning. Jorge is 0 for 3. Takes a pitch outside from Tyson Ross. Ball 1. The A's made a couple of changes defensively. Jake Fox, who got that pinch hit. Swing and a miss by Posada. And it was run for by Rajay Davis. Davis stays in the game at center field. And Gabe Gross, who was in center, moves over to left field. Posada hits it hard towards the hole. Rosales lays out, comes up with it. The throw to first is not in time. An infield single for Jorge Posada. Good effort by the A's second baseman. Fans, after the final out of this game against the A's, Bob Lorenz is back in the studio for the WB Mason postgame. Get comprehensive highlights and analysis from this game and around the major leagues. Plus, Kim Jones interviews the players in the clubhouse. It's all after the game, only on Yes. And you certainly want to hear what Phil Hughes has to say about his effort tonight.
Well, Adam Rosales does a nice job getting to this Jorge Posada ground ball, but can't get anything on the throw. Just another infield hit for the speedy Jorge Posada.
Granderson tonight is 0 for 3. Nick Swishers looks like he's going to be grabbing a bat. At least he's getting prepared to. Little bouncer towards first. Barton spins, throws a second. He gets one. That's all they're going to get. As Granderson reaches first safely, but he forces the lead runner, Posada.
See Curtis rolling over a little sinker, and Barton, who's a converted catcher, a nice strong throw to Pennington at second. Jorge Posada used all his speed for the infield hit, didn't have a whole lot left to get to second base. 2 infield hits in 2 consecutive nights for Jorge Posada. How about that, Kenny?
Runs well for a catcher.
That's right.
Here's Randy Wynn, who's 0 for 3. Swings and misses strike one.
Randy's been late all night. I mean, he's got a lot of movement in his prep for his swing, and the timing has not been good. He's been behind the fastballs.
I think that could be a product of inactivity.
Yeah, and he's been an everyday player his whole career, so he's going to have to find the work that he needs to do in between starts to try to stay sharp. Not an easy thing to do.
Ross puts him in the spin cycle. It looked like it went right through him. 1 ball and 1 strike on Randy Wynn. Little bouncer foul, and the count remains. Ball and 2 strike goes to 1 and 2. Yankees 2, the A's 1. It's the top of the 9th inning. Nick Swisher standing over there in the Yankee dugout with a bat. Mariano Rivera will be coming on in the bottom of the 9th. There's pitches outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ken Singleton along with John Flaherty tonight and Kim Jones at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. We've been treated some pretty good pitching by both sides tonight. But the Yankees have the lead. Outside for a ball, and the count heads run full on Randy Wynn. You expect Granderson to be going here. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Granderson with the lead. He is on the move. The pitch, little bouncer right back to the mound. Ross looks at second, goes to first for the easy out. The Yankees avoid the double play. Granderson's at second with 2 outs. And Brett Gardner will come up to hit.
The Yankees would love to pick up another run here. A little 2-out hit possibility from Brett Gardner. Give their closer a little breathing room. But they're thinking defensive mode right now. You're not going to pinch hit for Brett Gardner because he plays defense too well.
Gardner is 1 for 2. Little breaking ball is downstairs for ball 1. The Yankees are 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. The one was that triple by Robinson Cano with A-Rod at third base, who had tripled just in front of him. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. This guy throws hard.
Got a funky delivery, throws hard. Good action, too. I mean, the ball's running away from the lefties, in on the righties.
Another pitcher injured. Nobody's warming up in the bullpen. And Kurt Young, the pitching coach, is out to talk to young Mr. Ross. And for the life of me, I don't know why he went after.
Might have saw something with that last fastball that really sailed up and away, and these pitching coaches really bear down on the mechanics.
I mean, school is in session.
Yeah, maybe saw something. Let's stop it right here. I mean, you want to go after Brett Gardner. You have Derek Jeter on deck.
Just a reminder.
Pretty good hitter on deck. You might want to go get this guy.
There is a called strike. Outfield playing shallow, but Granderson's got good speed at second. Gardner takes low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. So 1 pitch out of the zone, and Jeter will get a chance to hit here in the top of the 9th. Count is now full at 3-2. Gardner looked like it was taken all the way. You know, last night's ball game, a lot of walks, a lot of strikeouts. Tonight, a lot of strikeouts, not too many walks.
This is the way baseball should be played. A great pitcher's matchup, pitcher's duel.
3-2 pitch is lined over third. It's in for a base hit. Granderson rounding third. He will score, and Gardner comes through. It's now a 3-1 Yankee lead. A big 2-out single.
Yeah, that is a huge hit for Brett Gardner and the New York Yankees. Gives Mariano Rivera a little breathing room. And a good battle, too, for Brett. We're deep in the count. All the movement of Ross with the fastballs moving away. He doesn't try to do too much. Slaps it the other way. Pitches up in the zone. And the way Curtis Granderson runs, he will score easily. I'm sure the happiest man in the building, Mariano Rivera.
And Derek Jeter indeed gets a chance to hit. Derek is 1 for 4. I figured Gardner might be going here. There's a pitch for a call strike to Jeter. Jeter's single came way back in the first inning. Since then, he's grounded to third, short, and also forced a runner. Pitch is low, scooped out of the dirt by Suzuki. This ball goes all the way back to the screen, and Gardner will trot down to second base. I'll tell you what, you throw a ball by Suzuki, it is a wild pitch.
And that's the way it's going to be ruled. See Suzuki setting up inside, and Ross just yanks a two-seamer down and away. You almost get spoiled watching Suzuki catch. You expect him to make every play back there.
Combination of quickness, good hands. Two and two now on Jeter. Nick Johnson would be next. Tried to check his swing, and he did so. Count is now 3-2. The A's did not get the call.
Crowd here in Oakland not happy. We'll take another look. He did not offer, is what Ron Polpa, the first base umpire, thought.
So now Tyson Ross is faced with a 3-2 pitch to the Yankee captain. It's on the way, and Jeter tried to check again, and he did. So he draws a 2-out walk, which will put 2 men on for the Yankees, and Nick Johnson will get a chance.
We'll take a look from the side here. It was a 3-2 slider. Ooh. Could go either way. Derek Jeter, the captain of the Yankees, gets the benefit of that call.
Are you saying you might not have gotten that call?
Isn't it amazing how the great hitters get those borderline calls? That's what Kenny Singleton would get those calls.
Yeah.
John Flaherty, I'd be putting the gear on, getting back ready to go behind the plate.
Too long ago. I don't remember. Here is former Yankee Chad Godin warming up in the A's bullpen. So Nick Johnson's up with 2 on and 2 outs. And look out, Nick. That is ball 1.
Tyson Ross is kind of all over the place now. A little fastball down and in. Makes Nick Johnson move his feet, hits the deck. Look for a fastball out over, go the other way.
Ball is hit high in the air to left field for Gross. He's got it, but the Yankees pick up an insurance run here in the top of the 9th. Give it a little more room to work with.
I basically laid out the tricks I wanted to do and proceeded to just go after each one of them until they were mine. The goal was set to learn tricks that have never been done before and to win events.
Welcome to my world and the world of Red Bull.
The new 2010 Elantra should make you think Hyundai, but act now. Think class-leading interior space, Hyundai Assurance, and America's best warranty. Think efficiency. The Elantra gets 35 miles per gallon. From Hyundai, America's most fuel-efficient automaker. Think savings. Lease the Elantra for just $159 a month. Don't just think about it. Act now at your Hyundai dealer. For a short time, lease the 2010 Hyundai Elantra for just $159 a month.
KGB is a better way to answer any question.
To prove it, Paul will browse the web.
And Mike will text KGB. The question, what's I surrender in Japanese?
What? Hakeyoi!
Akirameru.
Kakete go debucho. For answers, not links, text your questions to 542-542.
Yankee Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Honda. Visit your Honda dealer during the Really Big Things sales event for special leases on all Honda cars and trucks. By J&R Music and Computer World. And by IOTV. IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound. HD is free with IOTV. Well, the Yankees go to Mariano Rivera. They have a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Yankees looking to put another one in the win column. It'll be 6 in a row. And Rivera trying to save it for Phil Hughes and the extraordinary effort he put forth tonight in the middle game of this 3-game series here in Oakland.
The Yankees trying to win another series.
Which would be their 5th in a row. And we told you at the top of the broadcast, the last 88 years, defending world champions have won their first 5 series only twice. The Red Sox in 04 and the New York Giants back in 1922. Derek Barton takes the first pitch for a call strike from Mariano Rivera. Barton has been one of the A's base runners tonight. He walked in the first inning, then struck out in the 4th and fouled out in the 7th. There are the numbers on Mariano. Next pitch over the inside corner for call strike 2, and Barton looks at Tom Hallion like, I can't believe it. This guy does not need any help.
He's got to realize that Mariano Rivera is out on the mound. Possibility he's going to get the borderline strikes.
1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, you start complaining to umpires, you better be willing to swing at anything close. Barton hitting at 304, 0 for 2 tonight. Ball is lined down the right field line into the Yankee bullpen. Count remains 1-2. So Phil Hughes, 7 1/3 innings, 1 run, a couple of hits, a career high 10 strikeouts, walked 2. Jabba Chamberlain took over. Gave up a hit, but got 2 outs in the 8th. Ball is sliced foul by Barton.
Well, Mariano does such a good job with these left-handed hitters throwing that cutter in on their hands. He tries to go outside and freeze them on the outer half. You don't see too many quality swings from lefties. Good job of Barton there just to foul it off and spoil a tough pitch.
Ball is hit deep but foul down the right field side. I should say Hughes gave up 1 hit. Jabba gave up a hit.
Well, Phil Hughes, he's had 2 starts already. Both have been impressive. I mean, tonight it's just to another level. You got to believe his confidence early on. I mean, it could catapult him into a big year in that 5th starter spot.
1-2 pitch just misses the outside corner. It's 2-2. Just think, you know, most teams with your 5th starter, you're looking to break even.
I think the Yankees really have something with the confidence he gained out of the bullpen last year. It looks like he's going to take that right into a starter's role.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Barton spoils another one, fouls it off.
Having a good at bat, having some pretty good swings off of Mariano.
This guy's a pretty good hitter.
Yeah,
he's got an idea when he comes to the plate. Draws a lot of walks. This is the 9th pitch of this at bat.
He's had some good swings on the inner half, which you don't usually see from left-handers, especially young lefty hitters.
Ball is popped up into foul territory. A lot of foul territory here. Rodriguez is there, and Alex makes the catch for out number 1 here in the 9th inning. So Mariano wins the battle with Derek Barton. Yankee fans become part of a winning team by joining the New York Yankees fan club. For just $40, you receive an official membership card, a World Championship nylon banner, a World Championship coin, a New York Yankees cap, special ticket discounts, and other exclusive fan club items. To join, call 1-800-GO-YANKS or log on to Yankees.com today. Here's Ryan Sweeney, who is 0 for 3. And he takes a cutter for a call, strike 1. You know, I'm thinking with Mariano working here last night and then working here tonight, does that mean he gets the off day tomorrow?
You know, I think Joe Girardi would probably love to stay away from Mariano and Jabba.
Line drive over short. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Granderson gathers it up. But Ryan Sweeney is aboard with 1 out here in the 9th inning.
We'll take a look. It was supposed to be inner half, and it's up right down the middle. Nice job by Sweeney. He got a mistake, and he took advantage of it. Mariano does not make too many mistakes. When he does, you got to make him pay.
And that'll bring up Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki, who has a personal 11-game hitting streak against the Yankees, is 0 for 3 tonight. Fakes a bunt, takes a pitch, and it's outside for ball 1. Suzuki hits better against the Yankees than any other team. .395 in his career against the Yanks. Born in Hawaii, went to college at Cal State Fullerton. Produced a lot of good baseball players from that school. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Suzuki has only faced Mariano 3 times. He does have a hit, but Eric Chavez on deck, 5 for 14 against Mariano, 357. So Suzuki trying to do whatever he can to get his designated hitter up to the plate.
Ball is fouled off, and Teixeira is going to make a run for it, but this is going to be well back into the seats. Kurt Suzuki, a rising star among catchers in the American League. There is Eric Chavez on deck. Another foul ball. This one might stay on the field of play, but too far out of the reach of Mark Teixeira and Robinson Cano and Randy Wynn. All 3 Yankees gave it a run.
See what Mariano does here. He stayed away from Suzuki. 2-run lead. You don't want to throw a pitch on the inner half and have him take 1 swing, possibly tie it up. But he's thrown a few on the outer half. Might take an opportunity to try to freeze Suzuki inside. We'll see what he wants to do. Just worry about that 1 swing in a possible tie ball game.
Another pitch fouled off by Suzuki.
Another pitch away. Mariano doesn't want to make a mistake on the inner half.
Mariano trying to pick up his 6th save of the year in 6 chances. And he hits Suzuki. And that will put the tying runs on base. Looked like he was trying to finally come inside with a pitch and couldn't control it.
Yeah, just got away from him, threw so many cutters on the outer half. Tries to freeze Suzuki inside just a little bit too far, and he turns into it. Now the A's have a hitter who has a lot of experience against Mariano and some success. 5 for 14.
It was Chavez who broke up the no-hit bid by Phil Hughes with a leadoff infield single, a smash off of Hughes in the 8th inning. 2 on, 1 out. Yankees leading by 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch is low inside for ball 1. Kevin Kuzminoff is on deck. Ball is fouled down the left field line, and this will get out of play.
Eric Chavez way off the plate. He's faced Mariano so many times, he knows he's going to get cut fastballs inside. It looks like he's taken a step back off of the plate to give him a little bit more room. Check it out. That's a pretty good pass here.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bouncing ball foul on the first base side, and count moves to 1 and 2. You know, think about Eric Chavez. He's been around for so long, but the last few years injuries have kind of erased him from your mind. But only 1 player has played longer in an Oakland A's uniform. That was Ricky Henderson.
He impressed me last night with the way he swung the bat. He broke up Phil Hughes' no-hitter.
Just off the outside corner. That's 2 and 2.
Yeah, good try by Mariano. Threw a couple of cutters inside, tried to freeze him on the outside corner, and just misses.
See if Solid trying to frame that pitch that just a hair outside. Pitch is grounded foul. Another good at bat by an A's hitter.
Here they're making Mariano work. You see the pitch count 22. And Jorge's going to go out there, I think, just to give Mariano a little breather. Let's regroup here, talk about what we want to do.
I think this pitch count is what keeps Mariano out of the game tomorrow. Well, traveling this season, take the Yankees with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Yankees game live or on demand on your computer. Visit Yankees.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Little bouncing ball back to Mariano. He turns, goes to second for one. That's all the Yankees are going to get. But they have erased one more out off the board for the A's.
Take a look at the pitch by pitch. Cutter misses down and in. Good swing by Chavez, fouls it off. Another good pass. They try to go backdoor to freeze him and just miss. Another cutter in, another foul ball, and then they go back away again. Nice weak ground ball. Nice play by Mariano, keeping the runner out of scoring position, getting the force out at second base.
Here's Kevin Kuzminov, who has struck out 3 times tonight. Swings and fouls the pitch back.
Take a look at our Home Depot hitter scouting report. He is a slow starter, but traditionally has big second halves and a power source. He had 18 home runs for the Padres last year in a big ballpark. And the first pitch he ever saw in the big leagues, he had a grand slam, so he must have thought this game was pretty easy. Not easy tonight. Struck out a bunch.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So the A's are down to their last strike. Mariano Rivera has been tested here in the 9th inning. But he's trying to hold the A's right here without a run. First and third. 2 outs and 0-2 count on Kevin Kuzminov, who's trying to avoid the golden sombrero. Little looper in the air to center field. Granderson was deep, comes on, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And the Yankees win by a score of 3-1. Mariano Rivera picks up his 6th consecutive save of the season. Got a little hairy at the end, but the Yankees put it in the win column and have taken the first 2 games of this 3-game series here in Oakland. Final score, the Yankees win it 3-1. Good pitching by the Yankees. The Yankees have now won 6 games in a row. And in all 6 of those games, they have held the opposition to 3 runs or less. Some very good starting pitching. Good work out of the bullpen. Some clutch hitting by Cano and Alex Rodriguez tonight. Both of them with triples as the Yankees scored 2 of their 3 runs in the 4th inning. Right now we're going to go down to Kim Jones, who has special guests tonight.
Special with a capital S, Kenny. These are the Hugheses, Dory and Phil Sr. Dory, what was it like watching your son pitch tonight?
I could barely breathe. It was so exciting.
Were you thinking no-hitter, Phil?
After 5, I started thinking that it might happen, yeah.
His body language on the mound, he was just so dominant. Have you ever seen him like that before? You've seen him more than we have.
Yes, in high school, he was like that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And we saw him at Trenton, and he dominated Trenton. I think that was pretty indicative.
Now, when he told me yesterday that you might come or might not, he wasn't so sure. How happy are you that you made that drive up here?
We were saying the whole game, aren't you glad we decided to come? We really are. It was supposed to be rained out, so we didn't know if we were. It rained the entire way down here, and we weren't sure if we were going to see a game tonight, so I'm glad we did.
Tell us, Phil, the ball goes off Chavez's bat, off your son. What's going through your mind?
Is he okay? Is he okay?
And he clearly was okay, so then there's a little disappointment.
Where it hit him. We don't know. Did it hit him in the arm or the leg?
It went off the heel of his glove and appeared to glance off maybe the bicep area. So it did hit the heel first, so I think he's okay. Was there any disappointment, though, that no hitter was gone?
If he was okay, that's good.
And it looked very emotional when he walked off. He clearly made eye contact with you and you with him. How would you describe that moment, Dory?
Undescribable. We're just happy he was okay and happy he's going to have these kind of successes this season.
Phil, same for you?
And the Yankees won.
Yes. They were clapping very loudly for the Yankees. Dory and Phil Sr., thank you so much. We're going to go talk to your son now.
Sounds great.
Hopefully we will too.
I'm sure you will. Kenny, take it away.
Thank you very much, Kim. A special night for the Hughes family. Mom and dad on hand. Her son flirting with a no-hitter, which was broken up in the 8th inning. But we'll be back to wrap it up. The Yankees win the 2nd straight game out here on the West Coast. It was worth staying up for. The Yankees win it by a score of 3-1.
A run. What a night for him. At one point setting down 20 A's hitters in a row. And he knew that he was well aware of his bid for history.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. It was, obviously I knew that I haven't got up a hit, and to have it end that way is, kind of a bummer. But that's the game, and I'm just happy to get out here with a win.
Since you mentioned it, let's start at the end. Can you take us through that at bat, where the ball hit you, what's your thought when you found it?
Yeah, it was, it's the first pitch fastball away, and, you hit it back with the middle. It hit off my forearm, which was, angled in such a way that I thought it went straight up. And obviously it didn't. I couldn't find it in time. So not really the way you want to give up a no-hitter, but, it's the way it goes.
What were your emotions like when that moment happened?
First of all, I was just worried about, how bad my forearm was banged up. It hit me pretty good, pretty square, but, frustrated. But, it's so hard to do to throw a no-hitter, and you don't get many opportunities to do it. So a little frustrated, but it's the game.
How banged up is your forearm?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, just a little red mark.
You threw an excellent game all the way around.
I'm sorry?
You threw an excellent game. Beyond losing a no-hitter, it was an excellent game.
Yeah, no, I felt good. I was able to locate all my pitches, and it just seemed like every inning just kept rolling, and the innings just kept stacking up, and I was able to be pretty efficient as well.
Bill, was it your fastball command that was really working for you, especially early?
It seemed like it. Yeah, I mean, I was when they were, it seeed like when they were looking for a seamer, my cutter was working, and maybe when they were sitting off speed, I was able to sneak some fastballs by them. So it just seemed like I was throwing everything for strikes, and when you're able to do that, it makes things a lot easier.
As a starter, when's the last time you felt like that on the mound?
Probably my second start in Texas. After I got that first out in the 7th, I was just hoping I didn't go down with something. That was all I was thinking about. And it's always nice to have stuff like that. But like I said, it's just so hard to do that.